Welcome to the Ice Guys Stanley Cup Final, live Betcast. Ian Cameron, Monday, June 5th, Game 2, Stanley Cup Final. It is upon us. The Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights about to drop the puck in about 10 minutes from now for Game 2. Vegas leading the series 1-0. And obviously, Game 2, we will see if Vegas takes a 2-0 series lead and a little bit of control at the very least in this series back to Florida, or if the Panthers can respond and tie this series up with the scene shifting, obviously, back to Florida for Game 3 coming up on Thursday night later this week. But excited to be here. This is our first Stanley Cup Finals Betcast, our first game that we're doing a Betcast for this series. I do want to mention before I get into the bets that I like for Game 2 that we were originally going to have two Betcasts this week, tonight and Thursday as well for Game 3. We will not be having one, unfortunately, on Thursday. It's a conflict on my end that has come up that is going to prohibit me, unfortunately, from being available Thursday night for a live Betcast. I won't be home that night. So we won't, unfortunately, have a Betcast on Thursday, but we will have two more next week, after tonight's Betcast. And, of course, this series will continue into next week. So it would be Game 5, I believe, on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll probably do a Betcast for sure for that game next week, Game 5 of this series, which we assume there's going to be a Game 5. It would be in Vegas Tuesday, June 13th, and probably one on the Friday as well, June 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern, which would be Game 6 if necessary. So those are the plans right now to have a Betcast basically on tonight, and then of course two next week, Tuesday and Friday next week for Game 5 and 6. So those are the plans right now as far as the Betcasts are concerned. As far as tonight's game, if you were on the show earlier today, you'll know kind of what we liked as well. And by the way, the interview we did with Paul Romanuk, and we thank him again for being on the show. It was outstanding, extraordinary. It was one of the best, I think, interview pieces we have done with anyone on this show. We've had a lot of good ones. We've been fortunate to have great player guests, current and former, on this show in the past, but to have a long-time veteran play-by-play broadcaster in the NHL and in hockey in general, Paul Romanuk, with us over 20 years his career, and give us all these experiences that he had calling the sport during that time. It was just a tremendous, tremendous interview, I thought. So make sure you check that out. As far as the game tonight, I am on as best bet the first period over. I think it's the best approach if you're going to look at the total tonight, especially if you're going to look at an over in this game. I favor the first period over instead of the full game, because we see with Vegas, they are on a consecutive game over the total streak going into tonight. Going back to the Dallas series, they have been a terrific over team in the first period. And I think you're going to see something similar tonight. I think you're going to see Florida a little bit more urgency ramped up. They got that Rust Belt game, if you will, out of their system in Game 1, where I thought the 10-day layoff that they had would show up a little bit for them. And they weren't at their best, but I think they will be a lot better here tonight in Game 2. And on the flip side, I think when you look at, that was a way more high event type of game, Game 1, than I thought. And I do think this series, as it goes along, it's going to tighten up. As it goes along, it's going to become a lot more difficult to score. But I think for at least tonight, we will see another game where I think we'll see goals, particularly early in the game. So the first period over, 1.5 minus 125, which was my show best bet. A little sprinkle on both teams to score at plus 160 in the first period. That hit in Game 1 as well. And I am also looking toward the Florida plus 120 as well. Again, a little smaller on that, but I do think you're going to get Florida responding tonight and playing a lot better Well, they're a resilient fucking team. I mean, they really, truly are. And it has every time you think, oh, Florida looks a little vulnerable, right? And now is their opportunity to bow out and maybe not rise to the occasion once again. They find a way, to step up and get the job done. So when I look at this game tonight, I think you're going to see a much better effort from Florida. Again, shaking off the rust, if you will, from the first game, if there was any. And I don't think it was rust in terms of foot speed or anything like that. It was rust in terms of execution. If you watch game one Saturday night, there is no way you can tell me that Florida was playing as well defensively. There were a lot more breakdowns in coverage. There were a lot more issues in terms of managing the puck. I thought they lost a lot more puck battles, than we have seen from the Panthers in previous games and in previous series. And I think it all showed up kind of that way in the last game on Saturday night. So I think when you look at tonight's game, I think you're going to be able to, go back and look and see where you kind of made your mistakes, be a little bit better in terms of not giving the puck away. And let's be honest, it's not like Florida was badly outplayed by Vegas in game one, because that was a 2-2 hockey game going into the third period. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates kind of open for Vegas, where next thing you know, a seeing eye shot from Zach Whitecloud, and both him and Shea Theodore have to be given tons of credit for the goals they scored, because it's the kind of philosophy that's going to work. And it's going to have to be the way they look to approach scoring in this series to beat Florida. I mean, Sergei Bobrovsky is a goalie that is just absolutely stopping everything that he sees. If he sees the puck, he's not letting it get in, period. That's the way he has been. He's been terrific. And that is the way Vegas, we said we got to just get shots through from the point. We got to get traffic to the net. We have to take away the vision of Sergei Bobrovsky, make it difficult for him to make the save. And they did that in game one on two of those goals. So, up until that point, it was a 2-2 game. They made it 3-2. And then that horrible and when do you see Matthew Tkachuk make a bad play like that with the puck? He just tried to throw it across the middle of the ice, right in the slot in his own zone. It ends up getting knocked down by what we thought could have been a high stick by Mark Stone, but it wasn't. And then he just rifles it in past Bobrovsky, who could barely react in time to make that stop. And then that was the goal. It was really the dagger for the Florida Panthers that made it 4-2. So, up until, a seeing eye point shot, and then just an uncharacteristic giveaway in the offensive zone or in the defensive zone rather, by Matthew Tkachuk, that game was still there for the taking for the Florida Panthers. So I do think they respond with a strong effort tonight. And I'm not going to say win the game. I'm going to say have a chance to win the game, a good chance to win the game. And again, I'm getting plus 120. There were some books that had plus 125 as well on the Florida Panthers here tonight in game two. And that's just what I'm looking for. I'm looking at it. This is a situation where I expect Florida to raise their game up a little bit. Not that I expect Vegas to be worse. Vegas could be as good, if not better, in game two tonight than they were in game one, because they were very good in game one. But I kind of thought that was their game to win. They had
you're welcome.
That long period of time.
So we're getting dinner going here in a heartbeat.
And there's Goose. We'll get him on in just a second. He's getting his camera ready to go. There he is, Goose. But so long story short, I did make a case for Florida here, and I'm on that draw. I know Alex likes the draw especially, and he made that his best bet on the show today. I mean, I do think we're going to see overtime games. Let's be real. I mean, we were 12 minutes away from overtime in game one, with that game being 2-2, and the draw is plus 380. I found a plus 380 at FanDuel with the draw for this game tonight. So I definitely thought that was definitely worth a look, and looking at it, that draw look that we could see overtime tonight in this game. And then as far as props go, Matthew Tkachuk goal, Verhaeghe goal, Duclair point plus 125, Bennett point minus 138, Nick Cousins to get a point at plus 190, because look, he had that brilliant chance on Aiden Hill in game one, and he made that stick save. Nick Cousins was very noticeable in game one. So I figured taking plus 190 for him to get a point tonight for Nick Cousins of the Panthers, I thought that was not a bad option there. Good value. So those are the Florida Panthers props I like the most. On the Vegas side, Jonathan Marchessault to get a point at minus 150. It's kind of like a wash, rinse, repeat thing with that. I mean, he's just been automatic, it seems, registering at least a point in every game. Ivan Cloche Barbashev to get a point, minus 102. William Karlsson to get a point, -118. Chandler Stevenson to get a point, -130. Nicholas Roy to get a point at +130. And Riley Smith for Vegas to get a point as well at -105 to -110. So those are the main props here for me, mostly point props across the board. Other than Tkachuk and Verhaeghe, we went with some goal props there on those two players. So that's pretty much the gist of it here tonight for Game 1 sides, totals, and player props. We got Alex B. Smith with us now. Alex is, it looks like fanning himself off. It's warm, I guess, in the apartment. I know he's been feeling a little stomach issue, right? The last hour or two, from what I hear.
Well, it's been off and on, and now I'm kind of figuring out part of what it is. It's part of this medication I'm taking, and I got sick on top of it. So yeah, I was feeling great earlier, and just been feeling like shit the last couple hours, and I haven't eaten. So chances are I'm probably not going to be around for the second period, but I'll be here for the first and try to come back on for the third. So.
There we go, fighting through pain. And Alex, just his stomach issues continuing right now. There's our guy, Goose. Goose, what's up?
Hey, Goose.
Well, happy Monday. We're looking at Game 2. Been following the guys on the show today, so I got a couple going on. I grabbed the over 5.5. I got Marcia So anytime goal scorer. I got Sam Bennett overtime anytime goal scorer. I got first period as the highest scoring period. I got that at +320 on Bet365. Both teams to score first period. I also took a flyer on a 1-1 tie in the first period, +500 on that bet. But anything other than 1-1, and I'm hooped on that one, so whatever. And then I grabbed the tie. And then I also Bet365 had a couple bet boosts set up, so I grabbed a couple of them. Won the Florida's got to win. Tkachuk needs a point, and I need Montour to block 2.5 shots. So I need him to block 3. Kind of a flyer again. So, hola, Rich.
Hola, Tim.
There he is. Rich is with us too. Yeah, we got the some of the regular crew members rolling on in here as we approach puck drop here for this second game of the Stanley Cup Final. Rich, how are you doing?
Doing well, doing great. Off that amazing cast today with Paul Romanek. It's just been like hockey, and I got kind of the pregame butterflies in my stomach. Just I don't even have a team involved. It's the Stanley Cup Finals. How can you not love it?
You could tell a bunch of million Canadians that are apparently not interested because there's no Canadian team involved, and it's ridiculous here. And speaking of ridiculous, the amount of plastic surgery on Wayne Newton right now that I'm seeing on my television screen is kind of ridiculous at this point in time. But that's another story. But he's doing the old, get the crowd going. The siren thing. It's kind of like Carolina and Vegas. They do the same damn thing.
Yeah, Wayne Newton sneezes at this point. His face might just rip in it.
Yeah, I think it'll just crumble right in front of our eyes.
You gotta be careful he doesn't break his hip.
I think everything's
have a special host guest later on the show.
Oh my God!
We're dog sitting a little basset hound named Sherman, so we'll have a special host guest later on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's a great singer, Carnell. The Golden Pipes, they call him. The anthem singer for Vegas. Yeah, he does a really good job.
Hey,
no doubt. So here we go. We are just about ready to drop this puck on Game 2 right now.
You guys are ahead of me again. I'm just now seeing Wayne Newton looking like a wax figurine. So
I know he is.
You're about 18 seconds ahead of me.
All right. Well, I'll have to remember this. This is good to know, so I can mute my celebrations and reactions when something happens. So. That's good to know that I've got that 20-second bumper, if you will, or buffer zone, if you will, or don't react, don't, yell, don't scream, just stone face the whole time. Nothing's happening.
Fun fact about the guy who's like doing the announcing for whoever's cranking that horn. That guy, his name is Mark Shunnock, and I've actually done a couple radio spots and met him once in Vegas.
Oh, really? Huh?
Like I just randomly recognized him when I saw him like up there next to me.
There we go. All right, game's on.
Yeah, I got game started.
Yep, there we go. Alex has now joined us here in the live and in color portion of the proceedings here that the puck is dropped. So everyone, right? Everyone, the puck is dropped for everyone. Do I need to ask? Yeah.
There we go.
I'm in the middle of you two.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm right between, like about 10 seconds behind.
I got, as soon as I see a clock here, where am I in the game? They're still showing me the lineups here, so I can't see the clock.
I got a break in the action in 1945.
Yeah, first minute.
Yeah, I'm 19 minutes and 10 seconds here left in the first, so I'm just literally a minute in. So yeah, other than that, it was plus 28 today in Calgary. Sunny as snot.
Oh,
there you go. That's what
Very
we
nice
want
day.
this time of year. It's warming up
Yeah,
everywhere
it's
now
great.
here in north of the border, which is really, really good. There we go. There's
Hey,
Kevin
what's up,
Beach.
Kevin?
Beachy's back too.
Oh, guys,
just
how we
like
doing?
from earlier today.
Kevin.
What's up, Kevin?
I just had to catch the medieval times opening there, Alex.
Oh,
So
God.
I wanted to focus on that before I jumped on.
We're all just a little tired. Not that it's great, and if you've never been to a Vegas home game, I'm sure it's phenomenal. But it's like we got to
Yeah,
try
like
something.
if, you know,
We gotta vary it up a
opening
little bit
night,
now.
game one of the finals, beginning of the playoffs. Like, yeah, I get doing some big stuff like that, but they could have a toned down, more subdued regular season version. Do that for 45 games plus playoffs. That's a lot.
And you
Well,
kept it
if
light
I could
with
go
the-
if I could go into the U.S., then I would go see a game. But I am so not allowed in the U.S.
I'm sure there's a story there.
Yeah.
It's a really good story, actually. Just be aware that when you go through the airport and you put your thumb on the scanner, if it goes beep, you're good. If it goes beep, you're not good.
Good to know. Good to know.
It's good
So I
advice
also,
for anyone out there. Yeah.
I also grabbed 2 flyers tonight. I got Riley Smith and Sam Bennett each to score 2 or more goals, 26-1. So I took a flyer on both those. I'm actually looking for Bennett to have a good game tonight. I think this is playoff Sam Bennett time, because I'm honestly convinced that if Florida doesn't win tonight, like, they're hooped. They might win one, but they're done. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. See how they come out.
We will. And so far, 2-0 for Vegas, although Florida has had the puck a lot, so it's a bit deceiving where you see, Vegas is up 2-0 in shots, but Florida's actually, they've had some time in the offensive zone for around Aiden Hill. It's just haven't had enough pucks put to the net just yet. We're not even 3 minutes in, by the way, to this first period, so just getting underway. Kevin, you said earlier today on the show, for as much as you love player props, and there was nothing in this individual game that you really particularly loved, as far as player props go, but I know you have a bunch of the series props, and I made sure I mentioned those on Saturday. You passed those along to me. I mentioned all those series props that you're on, goals and points and head-to-head matchup props. But you did like the under here tonight, Kevin, right?
Yeah, I just I felt Bob. He looked like himself, his playoff version of himself there. I know some people were worried about is Russ going to kind of kick in? He's going to lose that spark. I thought he looked really good game one, made a lot of big saves. A bit of Vegas found a way to get to him with traffic. But I think you also saw the kind of the look he gave when he gave up that one goal from the point. He kind of looked up in the air like, nah, that's one I should have had. Like it was a shot past a player. Like I think his own guy was screening him. Beat him low glove there over the pad. So I kind of look for him to bounce back, and because you could see it on his face where he's like, because he knew in that kind of game you can't give up one there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hill was good, but I think there's not going to be as many power play opportunities. There's going to be less of the chippiness afterwards.
There were a lot of penalties in game one, a lot of power plays. Yep.
Yeah, so I think Florida's just they're going to play hockey today. They know they can't afford to, give Vegas extra opportunities in the power play. So that's why I was kind of trending to the under. Yeah, I think with the way both goalies are playing, I think this is really gonna tighten up as we go on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one of my sites was giving 6.5 was the over under, so I took the under there, and I got 5.5 on another site, so I took the 5.5 over.
Okay, nice. Although
I
was not comfortable with, like, having said that, I wasn't comfortable with 5.5. I slid that to 6 and played the under 6.
Yeah, I didn't have the option on that site, so I had to kind of take what they were giving me. But I did grab the draw. I got the draw at plus 300 on Bet365, I think. So I grabbed it. So, and then a lot of props. I grabbed, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 props each site for guys to score. I'm looking for a Marchessault goal, right? He's at home. He's been money at home. He really has. And then, like I say, I took the flyer on Bennett because I think Bennett's going to have a good game. I think tonight's the night he shows up for playoff Sam Bennett, as he was called here in Calgary. Hi, Shermy. There's your toy, buddy. Go get your toy.
Now, by the way, when it comes to Matthew Tkachuk, he didn't have a terrible game in game one, but it's just offensively he didn't create a lot. not that, and Florida did have, didn't have their best in terms of, creation and chances and, like I say, carrying the play like that. But it was just especially for Tkachuk, a very, very quiet and timid game by his standards. So, yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see if we get more chances.
Here's a breakaway. Here's a breakaway.
Can't say who's the result. We got to make sure everyone sees this. We have a breakaway chance. I won't give it away.
Get it.
Breakaway Florida. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'm a good 20 seconds behind.
Right. Sorry. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm in fucking Hawaii right now. Like I still haven't seen a breakaway yet.
I don't even know what the hell.
He's on that West Coast feed. The 3-hour delay for.
Pony Express.
Two commercials behind.
Yeah, might be. Yeah.
That was a huge.
Now I'm at the breakaway.
In the third period.
Wow.
Third period of game one.
That's amazing.
And a
That
huge
save
save
Hill.
for Aiden Hill. Wow. There you go. He does it again.
Yeah.
A big timely
boys.
save for his team.
Come here. No, come here.
I'm the furthest one back, so don't worry about spoiling anything for me. So just keep going and air it out. I know you guys are a little bit ahead, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
There we go. There's Shermie the Basset Hound.
Hey,
There
Sherman.
he is.
Say hi,
Terminator.
Sherman.
Reminds me of what's it, American Pie. Yeah, Shermanator. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Terminator.
Sherman the tank, because he's a tank, man. I'm telling you, the legs are like 5 inches long, but I'm telling you, holy shit, can he run? Hey, Bubby? Yes, go boy. Yes. Hey, go boy.
I was looking at that. The Conn Smythe headed into the series. I think it was plus like 1,000 for Aiden Hill. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but it was one I was tempted.
I grabbed him back in the third round, the fourth game. Sorry, I grabbed him, Conn Smythe. I've got money on Bobrovsky for Conn Smythe, and then I grabbed Marchessault for Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you get Hill
Can
at?
somebody explain to me how the fuck is Eichel considered a favorite for Conn Smythe?
Well, he's having a good
Name.
playoffs, Goose.
Name.
But
Name.
but is he though, or is he having a
Two-way
Nylander
hockey.
playoff?
Two-way
Well,
hockey, he's
but,
stepping great. Like if you encompass playoff hockey, what makes you a great player at playoff time and everything that encompasses you being a great
it's
player?
two-way
at
with
playoff time?
points, right?
But the offense
if
hasn't
you're going to
been.
win the Conn Smythe,
Yeah.
right? So, but like I must admit, I haven't looked but he was virtually non-existent last game. Like you hardly saw him. He hasn't done much on the score sheet. So I'm wondering, has he had a Nylander playoffs where he gets 3 points in a game, does a couple games like that, and then does nothing? Well, okay, so you got 8 points in 11 games. That's great. But are you stretching it out, or is it just all in one little block kind of deal? I must admit, I haven't looked, but every time I hear Conn Smythe talk about it, I hear, oh, Eichel. I'm like, really? Why? Marchessault's had a better playoff. So, and Hill, really, if they're going to win, it's going to be because of Hill's playing goal. So
I think the only two logistical choices for Vegas are Hill or Marchessault, with the run that he's been on heading into the Western Conference Finals and the Cup Final. Those are the two top choices. Yeah.
Right.
Barbashev's going price and value too. You know?
Well, right. But even just from a fan standpoint, like Marchessault to me is the plain favorite at this point.
Yeah.
For the way he's played, the amount of points he's put in,
listen,
and the way he's played overall.
That's why I bet it at plus 650, plus 700 because I thought
they screwed up this award for years now because Braden Point could have easily won one, if not both, of the times that Tampa Bay won the Cup. He got nothing.
He should have. No, he should have. He got screwed.
Hedman's a name. Vasilevsky was insane that second year they won, and he's also a name too. So Braden Point's not.
No, I hear you. I agree.
Yeah, it's more of a marketing prize.
Yep.
Unless you have a dynasty, and then they start swinging it around. That's why I was able to hit plus 1,200 on Duncan Keith in 2015 because Kane already had his. Taves
Everybody
had
has.
Crawford didn't.
Right. Crawford
sucked in the first round. It was Darling that bailed him out, so he was out of it right away. Duncan Keith was the logical choice, and ends up getting the game-winning goal and the secondary assist on the second goal that clinches. Sometimes you have to play that. You have to play that game when it's a team that's been, in the Cup 2, 3, 4 times. It's something to keep note of. We're going to see Vegas back again, in 2 years, or Florida back again in 2 years.
Did anybody else notice Bruce Cassidy in the first game dancing to the music on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the
Talk
warm-ups.
about a loose and relaxed coach. Holy shit. Yeah. I mean,
I'm just listening to the music now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
so
you
much
something.
for being tight.
Something I thought about earlier today after we got off the air was if Vegas can get this to within 3-1, 3-0, 3-2, 3 anything, you got to know it's in the back of Cassidy's head being like, not only can I go on and win a cup my first year in Vegas, but I can close out the Florida team that Boston couldn't, having a 3-1 lead. Something to keep in mind if they get 3 wins in the series.
That's a little gravy for your fries.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves the first penalty here of game 1, and not surprisingly at all, it's going to Florida. We're talking about Florida, who can't stay out of the box, and Vegas, who is very rarely penalized.
Yeah, I think the thing with Eichel, like he's having a good playoff. He's leading the team in points, and I think it's more that they've been so spread out with depth that there's not one clear.
Oh, yeah.
With Florida, you got 2 clear names. With Vegas, it's more been a team effort.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to get a power play chance. I thought their power play Vegas's power play has not been added. It's not been great. It's not been great in the playoffs, but I thought in game 1 it was definitely better than I saw it at much of that Dallas series. Even in times the Edmonton series, their power play wasn't great, but it was definitely better in game 1 against Florida. So that's a good sign for the Gold. We know their 5-on-5 prowess has been terrific. That's why they're here in the Stanley Cup final. They've been such an outstanding 5-on-5 even strength team. The power play was actually kind of weak for them, and the penalty kill too. Because remember, Edmonton sliced and diced Vegas's penalty kill early in that series. But no, at both ends of the special teams battle, penalty kill and power play, Vegas has consistently gotten better as the playoffs have went on.
And did you see that stat they popped up about worst penalty kill teams that make the finals, like in the last 5-10 years? Like both Florida and Vegas were both like near the top.
Yeah. Neither one had a good penalty kill during the regular season, and even in the playoffs at times it's been a lot to be desired, the penalty kill for both teams. And usually when you're weak, Kevin, in that area, they're going to end up being teams that you don't see get this deep into the playoffs all the way to the championship series, the Stanley Cup final. But they've been the exception to the rule this year with, subpar, substandard, if you will, penalty kills, both of them.
Yeah.
And Edmonton being like redonkulous on their power play.
Yeah. That's true. You are talking about one of the great power plays I've ever seen in a single season with a single team from Edmonton. So obviously Vegas had their hands full with that. Perlo is with us now. Perlo, what's up?
How's it going?
How you doing, guys?
We're doing good.
Awesome. Oh, it's nice to get to sit down on a busy day, so I'm looking forward to this.
No, look, absolutely. I mean, it's been a hectic day because we had the long show this afternoon for the Ice guys running around between that and this show. So. But ready, and it's nice that it's not going to be the all-nighter Betcast, unless this game goes to 4 overtimes, which that'll throw that out the window. But if it doesn't, it won't be one of those 6-hour Betcasts. Yeah, Rich.
I see Earl Sports in the chat looking for the Betcast link.
Oh, is he? Okay, very good. All right, we will pass it along then to Nick Earl. We haven't seen Nick in the Betcast here for the last couple, but yeah, we'll send it there for sure. I'm not going to say there is a good chance now what's happened in this, but Nick Earl will send you the link right now. I know. I'm trying to test myself here. Nick Earl in the chat will send you the link here. Let me just see here.
Yeah, I got it
now. Yeah.
Does his name start with an M?
I won't say, Rich, because I don't want to ruin the experience for my peers. How about that?
Why go? Oh, sorry.
Vegas
Including our one peer who's going to be seeing what's just happened 4 hours from now.
That's fine.
Marcia, so there's Marcia.
Tell me who got the assist. Tell me who got
Marcia, so power play goal, Vegas. Yep.
Guess who got the assist? Oh, he should get the second assist.
I was waiting for somebody to react to that.
Yeah.
There we go, though. There's Marcia. So
the Florida guy almost touched it, but he didn't.
The guy's fucking money.
So I think, and they like to give the second assist.
Stevenson and Eichel, the points for that
Oh
goal.
man,
Eichel.
what are the odds of that now? Eichel with another point two.
Yeah.
I tailed Rich on that.
Eichel
I just
assist.
happened to catch
Eichel
that.
assist. Yep. Which was a great
This
bet.
is
Plus
this is
100, even
Hedman
money.
point
Yep.
all over again, and that was the
That
thing.
was that's my whole key. Oh,
Even when-
Mr. Vegas.
Even when Braden
Morning.
kept trying to play well, and then Hedman would get a point. It's going to be the same kind of shit that happened. So we're in for a treat
Eichel, the
with that.
great puck retrieval in the corner, back to the point, low to high, and then just a terrific shot by Marcia. So, bullet shot.
Yeah,
Well
I say
played.
he's making a difference.
Yep. That's
Well,
now
Goose,
great.
by the
I have
way-
Marcia so 3+ goals in the series at plus 110. 3+ goals in the series at plus 110. He needs one more for that prop to
Right.
cash
Right.
series prop of mine. Yep.
I'm
Nice.
sure he'll get that.
Nick stinks. Who's?
Ice,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac always does
Appreciate
it.
that, Ice X.
Yeah.
No, in terms of he puts his bets in the chat, and then they don't get the first goal. The opponent does, and he's like, "All right, loser."
All right,
loser." Yeah, I know. Come on, man. Maybe you're trying to reverse jinx it and reverse psychology type deal. Maybe that's it, but maybe that is it because
Yeah, we've seen this before.
I've used that on Twitter every now and then. The old reverse.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I remember
I don't do it all
did
the time.
that.
I gotta say, but
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
use it all the time. You know?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember I did that last year.
Pick your spots.
I did that last year when the Maple Leafs took the lead in Game 6 against the Lightning. I said, congratulations to the Maple Leafs for finally making it past the playoff series. They lost that game and lost in 7.
Oh, it's your fault, motherfucker.
Yeah. Free ticket for that one.
Not because they didn't play good fucking hockey. You're not bad.
No, yeah.
I
That's okay.
tailed you on that, Rich.
I'm
And
waiting
I
to see what
also
happens with
had
that
Marcia
fucking
some
soap
goals,
opera.
but
Jesus, that is a cluster.
I didn't
fucking
catch a lot of that podcast, but I did catch that, so I tailed it.
Well, the thing with
We've also
Eichel
got
right now,
that.
yeah, Rich. The thing with Eichel is you can't bet his point prop alone because it's just too much juice. It's like minus
Yeah.
200.
Exactly.
It's too
Yeah.
expensive. So you've got to either choose goal or assist prop. Well, what is he doing more of right now? He's facilitating, setting up his line mates and his teammates. That's what he's doing that more than scoring right now. So the assist prop was the best path. And look, bam, already a winner.
How do you not bet a guy that's gone 10 for 10, 10 of anything in the last 10 games, and they're giving you plus 100?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
They don't pay attention. That's
No,
what
you
it is.
can't
Right?
argue
Doesn't even
with
matter.
that, for sure, right? You got to make sure you pick the right battle on that one. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Kevin, on that goal, did it not look like Bobrovsky wasn't where he should be? Like he looked like he was a little scattered on that.
I think he
Well,
was trying
He
to.
seemed
He was trying to see
like
past.
he looked like
Stone.
he was peering, right? Looked like he was trying to look around, but he didn't seem set, right? Like it's been years since I played the position, but he didn't look like he was where he wanted to be on that. And
I think he got kind of caught looking on the wrong side, or just like held it too long as Marchessault kind of walked in. But comments then again, like Stone's right in front of him in his sight lines, like making him have to get out of position a little bit.
Sure.
So Vegas doing a good job.
Stone's not a small boy to be looking around. That's for fucking sure.
No. So they're doing a good job.
Let's just
putting someone in front of
let's focus on the first period over. We've got half a period. We need one more goal.
That's right.
Come
on, guys.
I need
ideally from Florida.
I need a Florida because I got a 1-1 tie on the bet too on the first period, and that pays plus 500. So if that one comes, I'll be quite happy.
They did it last game, so let's go. Other way around, but
the building's going nuts. I can hear it. I've barely got the volume on at all, and I can hear the crowd.
Same.
Same.
So what do we got here in the Henry Vassand? Ian, how are we? Henry.
Yeah, I'm doing good, Henry. Good to see you.
We got Imp. Stay out of the box. How's everybody doing? Doing good. We got the Eels in the house. We got BG and I think it's his brother, if I'm not mistaken. That's the kind of the setup with those two guys.
Yeah,
is that right?
And JT Eel.
So, how you doing, everybody? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody's happy. I know
when we have our Betcast and Goose is on, he shouts out the chat and keeps up with the chat messages more than I do.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, we do.
I actually went on a shopping excursion here a couple days ago to the Co-op liquor store. I picked up for all of us rock fans. I got a box of the Iron Maiden beer, the number 2 setup, four brands or 4 different flavors, 3 bottles per, and then I also picked up 8 cans of the Trooper. I got those for $1.99 out here, which is a steal. So I
What was
fucking
the date
grabbed
on
them. Sorry?
That is good
What was the
price,
date
yeah.
on them? Why were they $1.99?
Oh no, they're fine. No, right?
Oh,
Normally
okay.
they're 4 and a quarter here. So when I saw it on sale at $2,
okay,
I'm
so
like,
good sale.
"Fuck, that's
Nice. Sweet. Yeah. Always bargain shop when you have to look at store.
They
I
look
got
like a
Nick
very
Wall.
impressive machine right now, Vegas. Since that power play
Yeah.
goal, they've been all over it.
Yeah, they are way faster than Florida. Way faster. I had Florida first period money line, but it ain't happening here. I don't see it. Yeah.
Like
I like
Florida's
could
not,
slow down this.
Florida's not spending shit in the offensive zone right now. Like it's just
It's all
quick,
Vegas
quickly
right now.
get in and quickly turn back and turned aside by Vegas back the other way.
So
Yep.
if nobody's ever seen those, that's the Iron Maiden beer. That's their Trooper beer. This one's really good. I highly recommend that one.
Is it IPA? you said?
Eddie,
The IPA is not bad. The 666 is pretty decent. The porter is hard. Unless you like a fucking thick,
No.
strong beer, stay away from the porter.
I like it in the
Not
winter time and Christmas season, but not not
There
in
you
the
go, yeah.
summer when the weather.
I'd rather eat a meal and drink something light. Yeah.
Yeah,
than,
right.
than eat my booze, you know? With the heavy beer.
thoughts
I know
on
some people
that?
like it. Some people like it.
Henry
Brush up
just
there.
asked, how are we thinking about the Caulfield extension? That actually, to me, is a pretty good contract.
Right.
I like the term. I like the term. I like the years. He's
Yeah.
going to be obviously the centerpiece, certainly offensively for this team for many, many years. He's proven how good he is already.
Yeah,
Nothing to
yeah, it's a
complain
good
about.
contract. It's good. It's a
He
good
should-
one for Montreal.
I was gonna say
Right,
he should
they
probably
got-
fire his agent because anybody who's even going to be remotely a free agent in the next 2 years should probably just maybe take a smaller deal
1
now
year.
and wait for the cap to go up. What, 6
Yeah,
years?
right.
You know, or 6 million over the next
Ooh.
year. So
Maximum
I
ice.
think
real
he
deal.
just
No way,
bought in-
thank you. No way, dude.
I think he just bought into the Montreal narrative. He wants to win a cup, and he took the deal. Doesn't care about
he,
the money.
he wants to win a cup and he signed 8 years in Montreal. That's kind of productive.
Well, yeah. I know.
Burn. Burn.
If you're going to win a cup, that's what you got to do. It seems like that's
Yeah.
what players do.
It's
Study
either-
and show.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's either that-
He's the base,
it's
and now
either
they build
that or-
around him. I get it.
It's either that or it falls
But-
back in the narrative that everybody passed on him. Too small, right?
Right.
Not big enough, right?
Yeah.
This, that, the other thing. Montreal gave him a chance. He went, fine. You gave me a chance. Fuck, I'll sign with you. And you got to admit, for what, 62, 61 and change, so 62 mil for 8 years? Fucking sign me up.
That's a good
At,
deal.
at
Right,
current
Montreal-
prices,
He's a Costco version of his coach, Martin St. Louis. Like, I think that's a great
Yeah.
deal. It's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
fit. And like
that too.
Size
Didn't
doesn't. No, I never said
Thompson-
it did Ice X. I just said everybody passed on him because of his size. That doesn't mean that I know size doesn't matter in the hockey now. It's not where it was in the 80s and the 70s where you had to be 6'6" and fucking 240, right? Like speed now does matter. Speed is where it's at. So
Didn't Thompson sign something like that too? I mean, that was he should fire his agent. That was ridiculous.
what's going on, Kat?
No, but the thing is,
Hey,
when
what's up,
Thompson
man?
signed, he was just blossoming at the time.
Welcome.
And they got better
Thank
after
you.
the contract. What's up, Cheshire Cat?
You know, he's full
What's up,
strength.
guys? How's it going? Hey, is it your birthday, Goose? You have a balloon.
Where are we here? Oh yeah, no, that's a carryover. That one's been there for a couple of years now. No, I got
Oh, okay.
I got 16 more days before I hit 54.
Oh, there you go, fellow Gemini.
Nice.
Let's see
Hey,
it.
awesome.
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, that's right. No, 22nd.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. You have the same. Yeah, you have the same birthday as my friend in Denver.
Yeah.
Little over 7 million.
Actually, for all us
AAV
old
for
guys-
Thompson.
Yeah. For all us old folks, my birthday used to fall on the last day of school in Ontario. So I'd go to school last day
Nice.
and then celebrate my birthday, which is always kind of cool as a kid, right? Kind of nice.
I got lucky
Nice.
with that a few times because my birthday is June 8th. So I've had days, certain years where that was the last day or like the last week or something. So
Yeah, for sure.
This Thursday.
My
it's
birthday's
coming
May
up.
21st.
Hi, Bubby.
So we're all kind of in the same bit. Wait,
Yeah.
yours is June 8th? Is that what you said, Alex?
mine's Thursday.
Thursday. Yep. June 8th.
Sick.
Thursday,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'll be 34.
Very cool.
34. Oh,
What?
I got fucking wrong.
Oh my
I got
God.
concert
30,
shirts. older than
34
you,
going
for
on
fuck's sake.
60 though.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's kind of
Hit
what
the
I
like
feel
button,
like.
show support. Yeah, strategic.
And I know all the internal details of all the shit Alex has dealt with. the
Yeah,
last
exactly.
5
Yeah. He's only
Oh, I know he's
Some of
getting
that.
closer to 60. Yeah,
He knows I'm much older than 34 as far as my body goes. So
he's an
I
old.
saw some of that on your Twitter. Like,
34.
wow,
yeah. Huh?
dude's done stuff.
Yeah. I mean, but listen, it's that's how it goes when
Here
you
we are.
have a
Now,
lot of
Florida's
fun.
getting a penalty on that.
Let's see.
Yes, they are. It's
They
another
just
big
can't stay out of the box.
Jeez. Yeah. That's
player
let's
there.
get
downfall.
extra shot on Marchessault along the boards. Yeah, that's
Let's get the over
tell
one
who's
and a
been here
half
before
here.
and who hasn't.
Yeah.
God, this Jackie
Wait, was that-
Redmond.
I mean,
I don't
no.
know.
Montour, not Sorry,
He's
not.
like-
Paul Maurice losing it. Paul Maurice just going nuts here.
I was about to say, yeah.
Absolutely, the
Matter of
gut,
I
you
don't
can
think
see
that
it.
was
Yeah,
I don't
F
think that was
off.
a
Oh,
penalty.
this was like scripted before the game. Yeah.
What was the penalty? Rocking? I don't
That-
see that.
He just dropped a F off and a FU bomb right there.
That's
Just
rough.
go
Wow,
down
the guy
right
coming in
there.
from the back and cranking him in the head, Perlo. Come
Yeah.
on, buddy. It wasn't the initial hit; it was the second hit that got the penalty.
I think
Well,
that's
let
what
me
it
look
was. I
at
think
that
they were
again.
trying to
That
be
is-
lenient, and then they said giving him another shot, and and that Montour's had a nice playoffs, but you got to rein it the fuck in there and not
Yeah.
take
But
that.
then
extra
that
shot.
being said, like what they did at the end of last game, I think that's kind of the refs are really watching out for him. The sucker.
You put the
punching.
ref in that position,
Yep.
you deserve it.
He's got no choice. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the finals,
He's got no choice.
Stanley Cup Finals.
I mean,
Yeah.
was it
Yeah, man, that's really
Verhage? Who was holding the guy and he was holding his head and he sucker punched him right in the face? Can't remember. who
Oh,
it
that was who was it? Was Hag being held? It was Kachuk throwing
Yeah.
the punches, of course, and it was
Verhaeghe,
not
wasn't
Bennett. It was I
Verhage,
can't
wasn't
remember.
it?
It might have been Verhaeghe. Yeah, I think you got that one right, buddy. I think you got that one right.
Yeah. Verhage was holding
that was-
his
at least
head.
that
He
was-
didn't, at least he didn't fall on his neck with a hockey stick.
Yeah.
It's a big moment early in the game for Florida, to try to kill this off and not go down
Maybe
2-0.
get
here
I jumped
before
on-
on you guys. I jumped on the first period over. I got even money.
Yeah.
1.5.
Nice.
I've been
No,
trying to ask you that for the last couple of minutes.
Oh my bad.
No, it's all good. We were busy. Like, I wasn't sure if you were still looking at it after the first goal.
When it got to the 15-minute mark, I really wasn't. Then Vegas scored that goal, and I was like, okay, I'll wait for something late because that's how it was in game one. It was Vegas tied it up with about 3.5 left in the first. So I can see Florida doing that. Vegas getting another one, or Florida tying it.
First half of this power play, very dangerous for Vegas. They just failed to click on a couple of these passes, but I mean, really, really moving the puck well. Good to see that they've had their chances.
They're exposing Florida's lack of foot speed on the D, really.
And
bad.
it looks like they will take themselves off the power play here for the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Vegas penalty. Yep.
Eye sticking.
Dang.
See, that's also why Paul Maurice was doing that.
yeah.
Going down to the end of the bench.
Theater.
there, yelling at the refs. It's partially I didn't like the call. Partially, give me the next one, please. I'm owed the
theater.
next one. Yeah, and he just got it. Yeah. It's that
Part
NBA
of being a
style
coach.
lobbying right now is what he just did right now for the next call. Yep.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. Oh, he's still trying to calm down from that tirade a minute ago. His face is
Is
still
this guy?
pretty red from it. Yeah.
Should be yelling at his team. Tell him to start
Is this-
getting some shots.
We need a
on goal.
replay of
They
that
got
Toronto
three.
game. Yeah, he's got to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
rewind.
this series feel at all like the Bruins Panthers series to anybody else? I don't know. I heard Sean Avery
To
talk
start?
about that on his podcast. No, just like how I've heard a lot of people on VGK kind of like just saying the Panthers aren't going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I felt when the Bruins were going against the Panthers. I was like,
That
"Yeah,
is
there's
how
no
that
fucking
series
way."
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it
For
started
one, I
going
didn't
the
even know
same
Sean.
way.
I didn't even know Sean Avery had a podcast.
He does.
Sorry, man.
He's
does
fucking
now, yeah.
interesting, man. I kind of like it. Yeah.
The Bruins forgot how to play defense. We're not quite sure why.
And also decided to put an injured goalie in net for 6 of the games.
Yeah.
Keep him in net. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Word.
That seems so fishy to me.
Yeah.
I just thought that it
when the-
was. So
But when the
there was
playoffs
that
started,
connection.
everybody
The
headed
other
to come to
connection
Boston.
was
What happened?
Yeah. Why even
The
play
other
the
connection
playoffs?
was
We all
that,
thought Boston.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Matthew Tkachuk. Jimmy
Okay, come
made
on,
this
Florida,
point
let's get a goal.
on Twitter.
Oh, that was close.
That
That was close.
Matthew
yeah.
Wow,
Tkachuk
some
got
great
under
chances.
Aiden Hill's skin, like in the first 5 minutes of that first game. You know, he's got to be thinking about that. I don't know.
Jeez.
Give him a shot. How many shots have they got there? Because I took Hill
He's
over
gonna get up
shots
in his fucking
over
throat.
saves. I took Hill over saves today.
Oh, what a save by Hill again! Holy shit!
Double of them.
Oh, he's getting into it with Tkachuk too. Holy
Yeah.
shit! Get the hell out of my wow!
Sometimes.
He just gave Tkachuk the business
Yeah.
right there. Get the fuck out of my
Good.
crease.
Fuck
Yeah.
off, Kachuk.
Trying to get him off his game.
Yeah.
You know how
He's gonna
great it
get
would be
under
if there's a
his skin,
blowout in one of these games in this series and we see a goalie fight? Like in the
Yeah.
Stanley
Yeah.
Cup
I mean,
Yeah.
Finals.
Hill
Oh,
is
that
not
would be
taking any
epic.
shit.
I would
now.
Refs
love
letting
it.
him play.
Yeah.
I don't see
Another-
Bob being the fighter though. I can see Hill.
No.
No, but if it goes haywire,
Oh,
and
Hill's good
everybody
to go.
backs up. Yeah.
It feels like Aiden Hill was out trying to out Kachuk there.
Mhm.
Kachuk could be a little weasel that gets under
Well,
his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero
Hill's kinda
tolerance.
fun.
So, yeah.
I kind of like. I kind of like Hill.
He's good.
All right. So that was an incredible sequence right there by Aiden Hill.
Yeah, that was-
just now for the
Oh,
for the
2-0.
Vegas
That,
Golden
that
Knights.
is a
And
penalty, isn't it?
we have ourselves
Hill?
a
Did
Vegas
somebody say
goal,
something? There we
Yeah.
go.
2-0 Golden Knights.
Fucking go.
Right after Florida
Take
had
it.
like a plethora of opportunities on that power play. Hill was
Yeah.
immense, and Vegas comes right down the other end of the ice
Martinez.
and adds to the lead. Classic hockey.
So at least we cashed
Bad
the over.
turnover.
Uh,
Yeah, it was a bad turnover in the defensive zone there for Florida.
I think
trying to
that
play
puck hit a
from behind
stick
the,
because it hit a stick in front of Bobrovsky and went up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That was
See,
I think it hit
I just
Mahura.
I got two streams now.
Alec
and I'm just watching on
Martinez.
cable.
Nice little snipe.
Yeah, it definitely did hit up off the stick.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
this
it
is
did.
what I was thinking when Kevin was talking about Bobrovsky. It's not so much that he had a bad game, but it's like the mystique was broken when they got 4 past him.
Yeah.
Like there was
Yeah.
this
Coming
just
together,
sort of force field that was impenetrable. Somehow it wasn't activated for game 1, and we're not seeing it here.
We're seeing the slipper fall off of Cinderella, I think here. I think when it comes to the end of it for both Florida teams making these runs.
Yeah, might be.
It could
Well,
be,
let's hope Florida's got some fight in them.
Or
would
not.
say Vegas is
swarming
I would
again.
prefer a
Did you
sweat-free Vegas.
did you
final.
make that up?
I've seen enough lopsided
I make up
finals,
stains all the time.
Stanley Cup finals.
I've never heard that.
As a bettor, I would have no problem with
Last
5-1.
slipper
Yeah,
fell
yeah.
off Cinderella's foot.
Yeah,
I've never heard that
I
before. I make stains up all the time. That's the only reason why I'm asking.
Wow.
I don't know that I'm making them up. Oh, I was asking if you made that up.
oh,
Is that like a
Nice
real
save.
stain? The glass
Yeah.
slipper fell off Cinderella's
Yeah.
foot.
Well,
For sure.
That's a real saying.
Cinderella. Yeah, like
that
in
was
March
part of the
Madness.
story. Did you not
Oh,
read
yeah,
Cinderella?
like in March Madness, when, like, when
you
an
did.
11 seed makes the Sweet 16.
I've never
it's
heard
the
somebody.
little seed. Yeah, no, that's when
Yeah,
the big
glass
underdog
slipper
makes a
fell off
run.
her foot.
Yeah, no. When a big
Yeah.
underdog makes a
Yeah.
run through a tournament, they finally get knocked off. The slipper
Oh,
falls
man.
off of Cinderella because it's a Cinderella story.
I'm gonna add that to my bank.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna add it to my bank.
Some
Yeah, okay.
mailman
I
in
did not know that.
1930 made that. song.
Alex, sorry, I've never heard it before. I make shit up all
I
the
didn't
time.
read a lot of
You'd be
children's books as a
surprised.
kid out of choice, but like I know Cinderella well enough. Like I'm like that's part of the story.
People
Yeah.
call me
Cinderella
out,
was
like,
a
my
horse.
boss
You
at
gave
the end of the
yourself
night,
a pair of
right there, and
shoes.
I'm like,
The slipper falls
Alex.
off and reveals who they actually are. Like, yeah, the slipper's gonna fall off.
That's
and
almost
we're gonna realize
t-shirt worthy.
the Panthers are wild card team.
yeah,
I might have to consider
man.
that. That might be a good.
I'll be up in front of like 40, 50 people, and I come up with something brand new. And to
I
me,
mean,
it
this
makes
is just
sense. It's like
stunning.
that's got to be a saying.
He made some saves at 1-1 and 2-2 in game 1.
Oh,
where
people flying.
Florida
over.
scores in any of those moments, they take the lead and all the
Yeah,
momentum,
yeah.
and the crowd's coming out of the game. And because the energy's drained, because you just lost the lead, that could happen multiple times at 1-1 and 2-2 in game 1. Hill makes the saves again here, 1-0. Florida did everything but score on that
Yeah.
power play. I mean, the
Florida was
shots
also
were
not
immense.
terrible in this period. They didn't
Yeah.
play like a team that should be down 2-0 right now.
Yeah. 5-on-5 they were, but for extended periods. But that
Yeah.
power
Florida
play,
looks they look
Yeah.
rusty like I thought they would look in game 1 right now.
that's a problem, right?
Yeah,
You're supposed to look rusty in game 1 after 10 days off. You're
Better
supposed to
in
get
game
your shit together a little bit in game 2.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so far, no.
They're just getting outskated.
Yeah.
Vegas has got way more speed than them, and they're exposing their lack of foot speed on their D.
Which I'm
Both
still
first
shaking my
periods?
head. How did Mahura and Gudas and the bottom defense for Florida look like Bobby Orr against Toronto and Carolina and Boston even for a little bit?
because
and now,
they didn't
all of a sudden they're
use their
reverting
speed.
back again.
Yeah,
The spell
they
was
didn't
broken.
really
Eventually, you
expose
go
them.
through enough of a gauntlet, you get beat up.
Toronto's throwing
Vegas
in
has
the
scored a power play goal in both of the first periods of both games. That's been huge.
That's a difference maker. Power play that's been mediocre at best, season and playoffs, and it's springing to life here in the final. That's huge, immense. Because think about it this way: if Vegas starts scoring on the power play, they win the 5-on-5 battle more often than not. How the fuck do you beat them? They're going to score on the
They're
power
getting
play
5
now,
tries
too.
a game.
Yeah. That's the one thing. I mean, special teams. Florida has to win special teams in this series because 5-on-5 is going to be very difficult for them to win that against this Vegas team, and they're not. Vegas is winning that special teams war through one game and 4 periods. One game and 1 period of game 2, but still they're winning it so far. Live bets, we'll have some. Kevin, Vishal, we'll have some live bets coming for sure. We'll make. It was a good start. We missed the first period, both teams to score, but those were smaller. Smaller bet there. Florida plus 120 is not looking great, but again, they get the next goal, they're right back in it. So that's
Both teams to score.
Yep, 3 before 1, right? That's the key for Vegas. Get to 3-0 before 2-1. We always say that. That's my new phrase now in the playoffs, especially. Get to 3-0 before 2-1, because that third goal now becomes important. Whoever gets it.
Yep. So what are we looking at in the second period here? Are we going to look at shutdown period? So under 2.
Vegas will look
both
for a
teams to
shutdown
score?
period. You got to be careful.
You would
here.
think
They're going to
so,
want to
right?
slow it down. Yep.
So
in the chat, just
Golden Knights
in the chat, just because I got it going, we got Vishal wants to know any live bets, and we got Donnie who we got for next goal. So I'm assuming he means
There we
team
go.
or maybe
Right.
player.
Alex, go ahead.
So if you go to BetMGM, BetRivers, any domestic or bigger book that has this option, look for Vegas Knights to score the first goal of the second period plus 125.
There you go.
Okay, there's a good one.
Specifically, first period of the second goal, not the third goal of the game. First period, first goal of the second.
Yep. First goal of the second period. Yep.
The fuck was that?
What was that?
What was that?
I just moved my light over. Sorry.
Oh,
okay. Sound like there was
sound like a
someone
remote
laughing
control
or-
car or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It sounded like a
okay.
Pee Wee Herman laugh too. Like
Wait, you got somebody buried under the desk there, or what? So we got the score in
There's no,
second period. Team to win
no
the most periods. Period 2 seconds score. No, Shermy, you're not going outside, buddy.
No.
Ain't happening. Third goal. Yeah, so I can't. Bet 365 doesn't give me that option. I just got the third goal of the
Third goal is minus $1.10. Like that's not, it's not.
I got Florida at minus 120, but I got Vegas at plus 100 for the third goal.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. Yeah, that's you.
So I'm tempted because I think Vegas is gonna come out and play shutdown hockey. So I don't see where Florida maybe is going to get as many chances as what they've been getting.
So you think about live under?
Yeah, I like the under in the second period if you can get it at under 2. 900. Yeah, it
under
was.
1.5 plus 138.
Yeah, JoJo's like, it sounded like somebody's crying for help. Well, that's why I said he's got somebody under the desk. I'm not saying who, and I'm not saying doing what. I'm just saying. 10-minute line, period 2 line. You know what? I can get Florida. No, I don't like that one either. 3-way. What about the 3-way? No. Actually, right now for the money line, I can get a draw at plus 450. But that's assuming that Vegas lets them off the mat. Because I'll be honest,
I think they'd be silly to try to cut it down in the second. They just got to keep on playing what they're playing.
But that's the way they played.
Right
Like their last 3 games have been like that, right? So why go away from what's working, right? Like Florida's the one that's got to open it up. So
yeah, they do have to open.
Yeah, there's going to be a push. There's going to be a push back from Florida here.
Actually,
Florida's got to open it up. Vegas wants to shut it down. If you like Florida to come back, I think you got to like the over. If you like Vegas to shut it down and defend, I think you like an under in the next period at least.
Well, and that's the thing too. With that first goal in the second period, if you like Florida, that's definitely what you'll need for them to come back.
Yeah.
Whoever gets that next goal, it's critical.
I'm curious in a situation like this where it's the intermission, you're down 2 goals, and it's Florida. Does the coach go in to the dressing room, or is it just a players only thing?
No, this is a coach. This is a coach thing. It's only 2, right? So, right in all the years I played, it was.
So this is where we see what he's got.
Yeah.
Well, this is
where we see if there's any difference.
A little bit.
If I'm Paul Maurice, I'm finding the largest non-essential item in the locker room to destroy.
To throw.
That's the first thing I do, and then I start.
To destroy it?
Yeah. I'm
They were never not losing that first period the way they played.
I had a coach who used to throw garbage cans in the
I think
room.
one
guy would just fucking fall off and wing. Yep. Right. So, but realistically, what he's probably saying is, okay, we're not going to win it on the first goal,
right?
But we got to get the first one. Like we got to get one here. We get one. We win the battle in the corner. You win the battle in front of the net. It's all the same shit, the same cliches, but that's essentially what he's saying. To them. At least he should be.
Who are we?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Yeah, you also don't know
if there's
pride, right? Or, how prideful are you? Like you look like a.
Well, that was a shit show.
Oh, it was right. Right. So,
like there could be adjustments he wants, like tactically, as far as like now more push.
Here's the fucking adjustment.
So they might be making changes on their forecheck, things like that.
Yeah, we're going to game plan 2 or game plan 3 or whatever they're calling it, right? But yeah, there's. You've got to make a little bit of a change here, and you got to put a little bit of a push on, but they won't open it up that much because they know you can. You open it up against Vegas, all of a sudden Vegas turns that switch and they go from shutdown to offense in a heartbeat and look the fuck out. So
the only thing I think
that makes a lot of sense. I have to say that makes a lot of sense, and I totally agree with what Goose is saying. It's hard to argue against that. I don't know how the Panthers are going to win this game, but they might. I don't know.
You got to win the battle.
It's hard for me to
back
before. I don't know how they could win this at this point.
That's the only way.
Against Vegas, it's not easy.
Michelle's actually, if Florida has any pride, shouldn't we take Panthers next goal? He's actually got a point. If they're going to do anything, they got to come out hard, they got to come out fast, and they got to get one within the first 5 minutes.
If you believe that, then certainly take that. But I don't believe it.
Yeah, right. I just don't know, right?
The only thing I like in this next period is maybe both teams to score. I could see both teams scoring.
The only thing I grabbed was under 2.
I like about that.
I took under 2 for the period. I got plus 125. I don't have much faith in Florida right now.
I'm not a big fan because if Vegas scores the next one, there's a really good chance that Florida is dead.
Yeah, no.
I thought they were going to
do the first 5.
I do think both teams
are going to
Florida to score first, which pays better. So.
I honestly thought they were going to punk Pietrangelo, kind of like how they punked that Matthew Nyes kid. Because Pietrangelo, he showed some weakness in that Oilers series. You know, he was like calling for fucking fouls on everything. He kind of looked like a bitch in the series, in my opinion. So I thought they were going to come out and just punk his ass this series like they did Matthew Nyes. They took Matthew Nyes out in a game. Oh my God! Everybody targeted him.
Kevin's a
And
quiet guy. Leave
the
Kevin
last
alone.
game, I was
used to
looking at
I
that
love how
game.
much Kevin Beach has talked on this Betcast. Yeah, it's all right. He's a quiet guy.
Well, there's 9 guys talking at once.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah.
really better voice in there.
That was the chat. Like for most of the day today, everybody was just laughing about how it's just like the segments in which we all were talking. Like, yeah.
How do you write back in that? Do I have to log on to that or something? Because I'm always
Private
getting
chat.
That thing. I don't know how to remember to write back.
Yeah. Private chat for messages
thing?
amongst ourselves here. Yeah.
Like Paul's telling me.
But
his
yeah,
awesome
I was kind of hoping
stories.
they were going to do that because I saw that as a strategy in the Leaf series. I thought it was a good strategy to have. They took that kid out
of those deals where, I already had all the topics and questions, and I'll be honest. I knew for a fact Kevin Beach and Alex B. Smith did not have the Paul Romanoff life story down pat like I did either.
No, right.
In terms of everything he's been through.
Oh, he killed it
And everything. So so I knew what to ask. All the the key moments, TSN era, the Hockey Night in Canada era, being in London, England, Spengler Cup, talking about the Dave Hodge on-air incident, which I still can't.
That was awesome.
That's hilarious.
That was
one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
The pen flip.
The pen flip. You know what? It's so damn good. I'm playing it right now. It's hilarious. It's worth it. It's a short clip. It's absolutely hysterical. I can't believe in 1987 this actually happened. This is Dave Hodge.
I saw it. I was watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it when they aired?
We have a big shift start of the second. Yeah, for sure. All right, boys. I'm gonna cut out for dinner. I'll see you at the start of the third.
All right, Goose. We'll see you later.
See you.
Cheers. I'll be back.
So again, the backstory is that Dave Hodge in this clip is supposed to go to the Montreal-Philadelphia overtime game for CBC, Hockey Night in Canada, 1987. It's a regular season game, so it's only a 5-minute overtime, right? It'll be over in like 10 minutes, real time. No, not a big deal, right? Just go to there, and then you can get to the news. Well, CBC back then insisted we go to the news at 11 p.m., no questions asked, nothing gets in the way of that, not even a hockey overtime game on a Saturday night. So Dave Hodge was told by his producer, we got to just go off the air and not show overtime. And Hodge was livid. He thought it was awful that they did this, and they were making him tell everyone we're leaving, we're going off the air, we're leaving you hanging and not showing the end of overtime. And this is how it went down. This was live on the air. Take a look.
Montreal and the Philadelphia Flyers are currently playing overtime. And are we able to go there or not? We are not able to go there. That's the way things go today in sports on this network. And the Flyers and the Canadians have us in suspense and will remain that way until we can find out somehow who won this game or who's responsible for the way we do things here. Good night for Hockey Night in Canada.
And flips the pen in disgust right at the end. Just absolute anger. Can't fucking believe what's happening at this shit show of a network that he works for Hockey Night in Canada. That they had to they could not show overtime. Montreal Canadiens, Philadelphia Flyers. They had to get to the damn news at 11 o'clock p.m. This reminds me of something ESPN would do. Or NBC would do this shit actually at times. We can't show the whole Stanley Cup final celebration. We got late local news to get to. But CBC to do that, I mean, and the funniest part is our guest today, Paul Romanoff, who was on the interview with us today, said he was in the same room. He was sitting almost right next to Hodge as that was going on. He was, or at least in the same room. So I thought he was back. I knew he was working that night there, but I thought maybe he was in the green room or in the back somewhere. He was in the same room watching Dave Hodge have that meltdown and tirade there at the end there.
That was my favorite part of your interview, Ian. Was so you were talking to Paul Romanoff? Is that his name?
Romanoff, yep.
And you were talking about the Scholastic tours, and I remember going in those Scholastic book things that they had, those events. That's so cool. That's so cool that you mentioned that to him, because I remember going to those. I never bought a hockey book when I was that young. I was into different stuff, but I was just thinking about how cool that would be for you to meet him. Like you went to these things in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, we had to go to those, and you got to meet him and talk to him today. And he wrote these books that you were excited about going and getting when you were younger. I just thought that was one of the coolest things. I was like, dude, yeah, I loved those book fairs. Those things were so cool.
They were cool. They were cool. And I never saw that particular book. Like I looked it up when we were on the show and saw it like on Amazon and everything. We never had that book here in the States.
We didn't have that in the U.S.
Yeah.
There we go, right there. See, Hockey Superstars. And this is the most recent version, 2022, 2023, with Paul Romanuk's name right on the front.
Awesome.
He's
35 years.
That's
still
so
going.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still going. Obviously, that's Leon.
Wow,
on the cover.
Draisaitl on the front there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paul Romanek. And this is the way
I
it was.
like
Like in the 90s, it would be Hockey Superstars, 95, 96, Paul Romanuk, and, Yager or someone from that era on the cover. And doing all the stories about each player's background, where they're from, stats in their career. Paul wrote all that shit every year with this book and still does. It's great shit. Yep. You should be proud of doing that.
One of the great things about that interview is seeing that clip again and knowing that Dave knew the answer to the question before he asked it. So we're going to go to the live to the game? No, we're not. No. Like he's just like shaming them like as much as he possibly can.
He's trying to give them a chance to make the right decision. And
maybe, last call. Have you guys got your shit together yet?
I think he's also partially making sure everybody knows whose decision it is. Like he's embarrassed, right? He's sitting there going, "This is bloody ridiculous."
And that's legend and lore stuff.
He quit, but he would have been. He quit because he knew he'd be fired. Simply, he knew he'd be fired, so he quit instead.
That was his stand.
If you apologize, he was never doing that. So that was the end of Dave. That was his very last broadcast. That was his very last moment on air.
It's one hell of a way to go out.
It is.
He would have never done that if he would stay.
That's the ultimate fuck you, I quit.
Yeah.
But I think he also it was probably a lot more than that too, right? Like that was just sort of.
I'm sure there was something backstage.
Obviously, the last straw.
Well, it speaks to a power issue, like he was saying. You're not the producer, but he still thinks he's like the guy.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, he said something about we want to see who wins the game, and nobody actually won that game, as Alex says in the chat. It ended.
That was brilliant.
Because they had ties back then.
3 ties. Yeah, that's the funniest part of it all to me.
Anticlimactic. Yeah, but it was only 5 minutes. That was the other thing. Yeah. So maybe you're looking at an 8-minute delay, right? So that was his contention. There isn't going to be a post-game show. There's going to be interviews. There's going to be the 3 stars. They're going to cut away right away. But no. You got to get every one of your commercials in.
I like how now,
just when they cut to commercial, I mean the pen flip at the end, like that says it.
I like how now when they do it, they tell you like, so if it's going into overtime, they'll go to the national for like a very quick update. Yeah. They tell you at the start, like, hey, we're going back to the hockey game. Like, don't worry. I feel like 10 years ago when they used to do that, they wouldn't say that. They would just go, and then after like 10 minutes, throw you back to the game, but you wouldn't know. You'd be kind of freaking out going,
no man's land.
Exactly. Why am I seeing Peter Mann's Bridge? Where the hell's the hockey game?
Sorry,
and you're trying to figure out the format. Is this like a mini segment they're doing, or are they doing the full fucking 30 minutes?
Yeah. You ever fall asleep watching like a late playoff game before, and then you wake up and the news is on? You're like, oh. Like you know that you missed it because the news is on.
Yeah,
I've done that with baseball games in the playoffs.
That was a crazy night, crazy moment, and I'm glad we could go back in time with Paul Romanuk today on the show about it because he was right there in the room, when that went down. It's just he was like basically saw the thing play out live as just a young guy. What was he? He would have been what? 6, he would have been 25, 26 at the time. Just a young guy. Yeah.
Ian, how did you find that? Because I'm surprised I've never seen that before with how good of a clip it is.
Yeah, it's YouTube. It's Dave Hodge, and you just search Dave Hodge. It'll be one of the first things.
But how did you know about it?
Oh, I remember it. I actually heard about it long. Even when I was a kid, I heard about the incident, and I've heard many people talk about it. Now, Dave Hodge ended up landing on his feet. He didn't just go off and do nothing for the rest of his life and career. He was on TSN for many years after that. He did his own show, The Reporters. He hosted That's Hockey for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And he did other stuff, and he kept going, just not with Hockey Night in Canada after that point. Speaking of keeping going, the hockey game is keeping going because the second period is underway now.
Has transitions
in Vegas. Yeah.
I had Barbashev assist, nailed it, plus 170. That was cool.
Oh, he got a point. Nice. That line.
I had assist, specifically an assist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That
cast
line was
already
good
in
for
that
4
period.
points.
Barbashev prop, Barbashev point, Marchessault point, Stevenson point in that first period.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
3
We
point
need
prop.
Carlson
You
to
had
get
what
going.
was
Carlson needs
Marshall's point was
1 or 2
145.
big
wasn't it?
games.
Yep.
I had goal. I took the
That's
goal
it.
on it. I was scoring all the time. So.
I've rewatched
Well, I've got
that,
Ian and Alex.
that baseball. Oh, sorry.
I just wanted
Go
to
ahead.
ask a question. Heading into the second period, I was seeing the same price for Vegas to get the next goal or both teams to score. So if you have both of those in front of you, which one do you bet?
I'd probably go Vegas next.
Oh shit!
I like the way Florida started, so I'd go both teams to score.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I kind of liked that to begin with. I didn't play it though. But
I'm not
the
yet,
thing
but-
is, if Vegas does score, I'm not sure Florida will, right?
Yeah.
So
Right, and that's the thing. Yeah, and the fact that Florida's coming out with this much energy, if they
I didn't
turn
think of
around and
that.
give up the next
Yeah.
goal, yeah, that's a backbreaker.
But so if you got a better price on Florida to score first, and you like bet both teams to score, you probably want to go Florida to score first.
It wasn't as good a price. Yeah, that's why I was just asking because the
Oh, it
price was
wasn't as good as
identical.
price. Oh, then you take both teams to score
Yeah,
because you never know. Florida could still get one, even if Vegas gets one. Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
That's what I
there
took.
goes that crazy idea.
Oh my god!
Did something happen?
There goes that crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, really? I got all my
What
First
can you say, man?
goal of the
Florida
second
has
period.
swarming early in the period, swarming in the first 2-3 minutes of this
Yeah.
period, and
Oh,
Vegas
man, that
right
was a
back
perfect
down
Alex bet.
in the
Every
net.
shot's been high block.
That was an Alex one.
Bango, bango.
That up.
Yeah.
Nicholas Waugh, there's another point prop.
I got it. Me too. I have that too.
Sick.
Nicholas
Plus
Waugh.
120,
So that's all
yeah.
my Vegas point props, I think, in now.
Isn't he on the ice
Vegas
with
one.
Carlson? No.
Bobrovsky's
Oh,
starting
shit.
to look like regular season Bobrovsky.
Actually, no, I didn't have Waugh point. I had Waugh assist, but I had Waugh over 1.5 shots too, and that was at minus 125. So I'm not quite
Barbashev
there
though.
yet.
Okay. Whoa, Marchessault, Barbashev, Eichel. That's amazing.
That's the thing, that Bobrovsky's been so good that if he's just average, like they're in trouble.
They're going over
They're
his.
fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't even over his shoulder. That was off the post, man.
That's the big one right there. The goal that, now you truly have to question, does Florida have the fight in them to battle back here? 3-0.
Yeah, I don't see
That
it.
was the one.
That's
Yeah.
the big one.
I don't see it.
Oh, yeah.
And the way Vegas can
Maybe
shut
not
it
in this
down,
game.
just ask Dallas how when you're down 3 or more against them, how tough it is.
We might need like a sympathy
I
penalty or something.
I consider Florida under 1.5 goals now. I would consider that. I don't think Florida's going to have it in them.
How about under 6.5 minus 105?
That's a good one.
No.
I know
It
better,
scares me.
but here's the thing, though. I know better than to make a live bet on this show.
Yeah, well,
I'm not making any bets because every single time I do, it's a.
So you
it's a
say
kiss and tell.
under 6.5, but
Yeah.
you're actually pushing over.
Sure.
I see what you're doing here. I'm just kidding.
Didn't
I
you
don't
make
know.
one
I have no
live
idea.
big
I have no
cash
idea.
bet?
I think I may have hit once or
I
twice.
thought there was one that was like 1,500 or something, a big comeback, 3 or 4 goals. It's a couple years ago or a year ago.
I don't remember.
This is heartbreaking for Florida because
Well,
look,
you're
they're
only
up
getting
14,
minus
12 in
110
shots.
for
They had a
Florida
great
under
start to the
1.
second, and they got a 3-0 deficit now to show for it.
You're only
They
getting
just get
minus
punched in the
1.
face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's karma.
Yep, that's tough.
I think under
Hockey
6.5.
gods.
I'm going to play that. What did you say that was? Minus 105? That's a
It
good
was minus one. Yeah, it's minus 105 on Bet Online.
Yeah, I like that play.
Oh, fuck it. I love hockey. I'm supposed to watch baseball for the rest of the season.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah. And I don't
Oh.
mind baseball, but
You do that
it's not
shit.
hockey.
And
I
we
don't
have
mind
CFL
either.
starting in a few
Baseball's been
days,
so trash
we'll
this
find
year.
out.
I don't know, like I don't know about you guys. Like, and I know you guys, most of you guys probably bet it. I don't. I'm just watching.
Yep.
Baseball has been awful this year, no matter what team you watch.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I just
I
really
bet against my team today.
like the
so.
Rangers. That's kind of the only way I keep going. I just keep doing stuff.
Oh,
with
they
the
scored
Rangers.
again. Oh no, that was
Oh,
just
my
Barbashev
God.
going into the net. Yeah, the Barbashev went in the net, not the puck.
Ian.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I was gonna say,
Human goal.
I'm hoping Florida doesn't give up too much because I have Hill over saves. So they are out shooting them. They might be able to get it.
What was that, 28 and a half?
Yeah,
I
20 and a
fucking
half.
love this Rangers team. I fucking love this team.
oh,
They're
the,
so
the
good.
Texas Rangers.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have them under. I have them under their win total this year. So
Uh-oh,
that was one of my
Wow.
greatest goals so far this year. Is I have them missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I said the Athletics can win 60 games this year. So
Oh, they still could. They actually could. Maybe. I think the Rangers are just going to get better, though. Honestly, I think they're going to get some better relief pitchers, and I think they're going to get some better starting pitchers. They don't have to
You
do
got a winning
anything
manager.
with their
That's,
bats.
that's what matters. Bruce Bochy can fucking manage.
Yeah.
That was a game changer right there. And when that guy comes out of retirement, because he didn't think he was going to manage again after he retired from the Giants, to come to Texas, I'm like, this guy ain't coming out of retirement for some shit situation. He's got faith and confidence and belief this can be a good team and a contending team. And look, voila, look what they're doing right now.
well also with the Texas Rangers
incredible.
there, you saw Jacob DeGrom's now on the 60-day IL. Who's shocked by that?
They don't need him at least at the moment. They don't. They'd like to have him.
Yeah.
But
And I
crazy.
remember seeing people trolling the Mets for letting him walk.
Oh,
I don't usually do personal bets on baseball, but I did have a personal bet on Astros over 2.5 first 5. Manoah's just been ass all year.
I had their full game. I had the team total over 4.5, full game over 10.
what
That was
is
easy.
that? Why is he so bad?
He has no confidence
happened?
whatsoever. He looks like he's crying half the time. Like he's really
relying
Yeah.
on Jacob DeGrom to stay healthy is like relying on Aaron Dell to make a big time save for you. You know, you're not gonna.
Hey.
Oh, no, I trust gas station
this
sushi more than I
guy.
trust Trump staying healthy. Cocktails with Bill Cosby. What were all the different things
Oh,
that people
shit.
list off? All those different things. I trust all these different things more than Jacob DeGrom making all of his starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray Charles driving a F1 car.
Yeah, that was. I'm trying to remember what the other ones were.
Alex is always ragging on Ray Charles.
The joke growing up was always Stevie Wonder. It's like, oh, Stevie Wonder could see that. And then because I went to a really morbid Catholic high school, the thing was, oh, Ray Charles, he's dead and blind can still see it. So that was kind of the rib in that.
I don't know if I should be laughing, but I
Tells you
am.
how
This is
old I
funny.
am. I was
It is
telling
funny.
Oh, everything's
So,
locked. Does something happen? Everything's locked
Yeah,
in my life.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Floodgates.
yeah.
Another one.
Wow.
Something good.
Wow!
What a goal. What a
Damn.
beautiful goal. What a move. That wasn't even. That was
That was
Brett
a nice
Houghton, I
one.
think. Pretty sure that
Yeah.
was Brett.
They
Houghton.
were, Florida was
was
threatening
Howden.
as all hell, and then Vegas goes down and scores. This has been the entire game.
You know
Yeah.
who's not going to have sympathy watching any of this shit unfold? The Carolina Hurricanes. We were at the end of that. We were on the end of that a lot in the last series.
Yeah.
The Hurricanes will
Yeah.
not
And
win
they-
anything with that core.
Yeah.
So now,
The Hurricanes are
do the
overrated.
Panthers go
They
to a
didn't
strip
get
club in
swept.
Vegas to try to fix things?
Yeah.
I mean, we know how that worked last year in the
I
playoffs.
like it. I like it, Alex. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna do a shot of vodka.
And that's it for Bob. Bob's getting the hook, and this
I was
is
just gonna say, do you-
coming in. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Adios, Bobby.
Bob out.
He got the
Yeah.
hook.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to say
Give
it.
him a break. He needs
Well,
a break.
that might.
Yeah.
You know, you
John
got to do
Bush
something to get a goal.
John Bush tried to say that there's 5 or 6 players in this series that could be in the Hall of Fame, and somebody chipped in and said, "Oh, yeah, Bobrovsky could easily be one of them." And I was like, the only way Bobrovsky's going to the Hall of Fame is if he got the ticket like the rest of them.
Look at this effort from Mark Stone. He had no stick.
Great.
He blocks the shot, goes to the bench, gets a stick, gets the pass, makes that beauty feed to Howden on the goal. How good is that for not ever quitting on a play, not lollygagging, not fucking around, not screwing around, getting the stick, getting back into the play, and making a play?
Wow.
That's why Mark Stone's just a winner. He just works.
Yeah.
He's not the most. He's not a great skater. He's not the most gifted, skilled player in the world.
He's
but
smart
he
as
gets everything
hell.
out of himself, and he works his tail off every shift.
He's
He
smart.
just is.
Prefontaine.
Yeah.
7 shots on goal last game.
We were talking earlier about how he said
Prefontaine.
Bobrovsky's not the fighter. Alex Lyon wouldn't back down from a battle.
No, he would.
No, there you go.
In him. Lion and Hill.
He
Did we see
wants
that?
to earn his spot.
Yeah. This is going to get rough because Florida's really going to lose it. They're starting to lose
I was
it.
going to say earlier, it's too bad you couldn't bet over penalty minutes.
There's a lot of time.
I'd be taking over whatever.
That's the last thing the books are ever going to do. They're never going to, like, I remember BetUS for a moment last year had the props of will there be a fight, yes or no. They quickly pulled that shit down by
I
December.
think I bet that one year too.
Yeah. Well, I was doing shows with
kinda
them,
love
and I
these
actually got
Vegas
to bet on
fans.
it once, and I was like, oh yeah, they limited me to like $20.
So goofy.
Yeah. So
These Vegas fans
That's
are so ridiculous.
I mean, well,
Too
plus
empty.
500 on a fight, and it's like you clearly know, like you look at just a quick lineup. Oh, there's probably gonna be a fight here. You know, Nick Deloria is in the lineup, and Foligno's in the lineup, or Reeves is in the lineup. Like, they're
You
probably
just
gonna
know
be a fight.
something's going down.
It's
Yeah.
worth. You're better off betting plus 500 on them to get a fight, like you would bet somebody plus 600 to score a goal, right? That's the way I look at it.
For sure.
Now, if you get a scrum around Hill now where he gets into it, I would see Lyon going
Yeah.
because you just want to disrupt Hill, get him out of the game.
Do the old
And
stand
spin
at the
off.
red line routine. Yeah.
No, I think if Hill was in anything, Lyon would just be going. Like that would be the smart.
But I
play,
guess
'cause-
really not now, because then Bob would have to come back in too. I guess like you don't really
but-
want to deal with that, right? Or how?
I think it
as
takes
a goalie,
everybody else
Kevin,
dropping their gloves.
Perfect person to ask, Kevin. Like, have you been in any fights in your pro career?
I've been in a couple, but I see the situation here where, like, for Bob to go into that in the first game, it doesn't make sense because he's the reason they're there.
Yeah.
Where for Lyon right now, Hill's on top of his game. Like, you just want to disrupt something in the series. Where if Hill gets involved in
his kitchen.
scramble, like, for Lyon it makes sense. You want to go, you want to get him in a fight, maybe an injury, anything can happen. So
yeah.
It's not like
You
you're,
turn the whole
they're
series
still
around,
going
right?
back to Bob next game. So yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, so if Bob has to come in and finish the game, like who cares? But if you can go in and kind of get Hill in a fight somehow, like for Lyon, you want to go.
The thing for
Which
Lyon would have to
shouldn't
be
happen at 40.
the thing for Lyon would have to be to go Hill to come over the red line so he gets to leave in the crease in the game misconduct. Because I mean, there's sometimes where goalies can get in a fight and they just get 5 minutes, don't necessarily get kicked out. So.
Yeah, Florida just needs to
I don't think Hill's
just to get.
I don't
the
think Hill's crossing the red line to go.
Hill's not.
That's not happening.
I don't know. He just seems to be really feisty the last couple of games, and it's with Kachuk,
He's feisty, but he's
Oh, what
not-
a save, Hill. Just look at the confidence. Just
Yeah.
snared that glove right out and snapped the puck out of the air. Wow. Great confidence for Hill right now. And now see Florida's
There we
getting
go.
there. That's what you're going to get after every whistle the rest of the game from Florida. It's trying to get a penalty drawn and get under Vegas' skin and make them snap. And Vegas is good at not doing that. We'll see. if
Oh
they
my
can do
gosh!
that.
Friendly fire. Duclair goes down.
And plus, Radko Gudas is out and not coming back to the game. So they're down a defenseman. Duclair is now
that's
limping
bad.
off the ice. So bad to worse for Florida, potentially. Yep.
That was pain betting Duclair last game. I took him over 1.5 shots.
No.
He gets a goal and doesn't get a second shot, and I don't have anything on a point prop.
Sorry, man.
There, but not there.
Especially
It was
if
the
there's
Barbashev hit on
the first
Gudas
line,
that took
too.
him out of the game. It was a clean hit, though. Open ice, clean hit by Barbashev on Gudas. As a goalie, Kevin, did Paul Maurice make the right call in your eyes? Take Bobrovsky out.
Yeah, I mean, like the game's over. You kind of, I mean, he doesn't really need the rest because he just had 10 days off, but you kind of need some kind of reset.
No.
There's no reason to let him stay in there and get shelled the rest of the game.
Yeah,
Just
he needs
so-
a
just-
mental break too. Yeah.
If there is any
Just
kind of chance,
because of injury.
you need to spark the team with something too.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be also just like you don't want to take any chance he gets injured in this kind of a
Yeah,
game?
like if the game does get extra feisty too, might as well get him out of there. But yeah, at 3, I thought at 3, I was wondering, and I was like, no, because
Good
you
save.
still got a chance at 3, but once it was 4, I was like, okay, but I don't think it's for rest purposes. Like he just had 10 days off, so if anything, I think it's another reason.
Again, Florida's not played a brutal hockey game. It's just they've made costly mistakes. Vegas has capitalized on their chances, maybe slightly less. That was a bad breakdown, though, on the fourth goal. The Howden goal that got Bobrovsky pulled. You could tell that was just too easy. A great play by Vegas, but too easy. And now if you're Vegas, you got to steer clear of any of the shenanigans after the whistle that Florida will try to initiate. You just know. And Nick is just cool as a cucumber right now. He's feeling good. Vegas up 4-0.
I'm just chilling now. Yeah, I'm saying I only have Vegas money line in this game.
Yeah.
My approach to the series, I was not able to get what I wanted because I had Florida game 1, hoping that I can grab Vegas to win the series at plus money. Like that was kind of what I was hoping to do. And once Florida lost game 1, I'm going to be on Vegas every single game the rest of the series.
Wow, you think there's no getting off the mat for this?
I think Vegas in 5 at this point, but I'm not trying to guess which one Florida wins.
Could be. Maybe they've just totally run out of steam too. Game 3, of course, is penultimate.
Game 3, if you're going to bet Florida, take them in the first period.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rather than full game.
Yeah.
Is probably if you want to approach it that way, you take Florida first period, you live bet Vegas after the first.
No, here's what you
Sounds
do.
like maybe a Tampa Florida series from last year approach, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You take Florida first period, but then you also bet Vegas to win game 3, and you bet the sweep at plus whatever it'll be at 350 or something like that. And if Florida doesn't win, it's pretty much win.
Yeah.
Florida, you can go Vegas in 4, Vegas in 5 after Florida first period.
Yeah.
Peter Angelo,
I don't know. I don't know if I feel that good about it. I don't think they're gonna get swept.
Elbowing or
The
interference.
potential there for them unraveling, because even though they have to go back home, if they don't get that hot start back at home after losing these 2, the potential for them to get swept is quite high.
I think they're I think they feel defeated from the speed from all 4 lines of this Vegas team. I just don't think they believe they can.
They are in Vegas, right? They are
That's
still
what I'm saying,
in
right?
Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. So for Florida to have to come back home after losing 2, if they don't get that momentum at home in game 3, then they're
Yeah, Rich, you mentioned.
Just that's Toronto.
Yeah, Rich, you mentioned Duclair there.
Oh, poor Toronto.
Duclair just. I was waiting for him to come back from injury too, and he just hasn't been able to do it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's got their feed in the background? I hear a feed here. Yeah.
I mean, no way you can hear mine.
I don't think it's fine.
Bam.
My thing's muted.
Is it a
I hear
commercial? What is
Pepto-Bismol
that?
from somebody.
Do I have maybe a YouTube thing on in the background? No.
I think it's Rich, actually. Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Yeah.
To saving of
I think it's
My
Rich.
TV.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. I just heard a Pepto-Bismol ad. Yeah. It's someone's. Yeah. Sounds
Oh,
like
I got
a radio
my-
broadcast.
Something's going on my phone.
Yeah, I heard a radio broadcast of the game. It wasn't even TV; it was radio. I think it was John Allers who does Anaheim games. I heard his voice on. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Final on the USA Radio Network or some shit. Yeah,
I had my headphones on listening to my TV. Didn't even realize my phone was.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Now it makes. I got to get a beer, fellas, so I'll be back in just 2 seconds. Florida on the power play, by the way. Petrangelo just took a penalty.
All right, both teams to score. Let's go, guys. Wake the fuck up.
Oh, you bet the both teams to score? Oh yeah, let's do it.
I did, yeah.
I hope you get it.
Well, good. That may end up being the better move since Florida didn't score first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still okay. Yeah, not there, but.
Yeah, Rich, I had Duclair on some fantasy teams. I held him all season, just on the IR. Waited for him to come back, and then just disappointing. And I don't know if he's going to rebound next year. Like, I kind of not sure what to do with him, whether I look for him next year or
who?
Duclair?
Duclair, yeah, had a great year last year. Then this year was injured all year.
Probably get traded for like the 10th time in his career. I mean, he's a good player, but he just can't stick anywhere for whatever reason. Longer than
Well, first it was maturity, and now he's having injury problems. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he only played 12 minutes in the first game, so that really limits your opportunities when your line mates are getting over 20. For Heggie had 16.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Not much ice time on the first line.
He said he learned a lot from Tortorella, and Tortorella said, "I don't think the kid's ever going to figure it out." That was weird. Do you do fantasy, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm in a few leagues. I'm pretty big on that.
I've been wanting to, but I find that although it just seems to take a lot of time.
Yeah, so does betting, but
that's why. Because I do betting, I'm not sure I want to do both.
Yeah, no, it's pretty time consuming.
Yeah, for me, I don't really do fantasy that much because fantasy would mess with my capping, and I want nothing to mess with my capping.
Yeah, that's right.
So I realize that, especially with football, like, yes, the guy scored. I'm like, damn it, I have the under.
You're like,
It's something I do every year. Well, it's something I do every year around mid-August. I will go to one of the bars around, like, close to my house, and I will text everybody I know who plays fantasy football in their office pools or whatever, and I'll bring all of my books down, and then they got to buy me a shot or a drink, and then I'll sit there and work with them to build their fantasy football. And I'll do it for that one night and one night only. I don't want anybody texting me during fucking middle of September being like, who do I, make my fucking backup running back and none of that shit. And take care of that, nip in the bud, help all my friends out, and then just go along. I can't play fantasy. It's too much other shit going on,
That's why I
don't mean to ask a stupid question, but fantasy, that's for money?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But how does that work? So is that just a season?
Yeah, it's a full season. You do a draft. You put in, I know people play it for as low as $20.
Okay, so it's like
$500 for the team. And then winner gets either all of it or they'll divide it up, first and second prize. Then last place will have to do some stupid shit. Like some people have had to get tattoos or shave their head or walk around town naked or stuff the
Waffle House challenge, I've seen that. Losers, right?
So it's a lot of fun.
I've seen the pancakes for 24 hours.
Yeah, I love that video. That dude, what did he fucking 48 pancakes or something? It was something just nuts. Yeah. Fantasy football can get crazy.
Yeah, it's meant to be fun, but it messes with my handicapping. If I don't want to bet this side because I have the quarterback on the other team. No, I'm not trying to do that.
You haven't felt annoyance until you've gone into a bar after a college football Saturday and it's midnight and some drunk guy with fucking Johnny Walker red breath just comes up to you and says, "Hey, dude, who should I play in my starting wide receiver tomorrow? Who should my flex be?" I don't fucking care. Your league's $25 here. Here's $25. Let me drink in peace. I got to be up at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Handicapper issues.
I can't do it because it's too like I'd have to definitely. I think that would push the divorce button right there. I think that would.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would definitely engage for sure.
Yeah.
I think if you're a handicapper, you want to play fantasy sports, you bet player props and move on.
Right.
There's your way to play fantasy sports. You want to build your lineup, all right? Bet the quarterback over his passing yards, bet the wide receiver over his receiving yards, take a quarterback over his running yards and a touchdown, and move on. If you want to do it that way, that's a good way to do it without impacting your handicapping.
It's too much less to go right and too much that could go wrong, in the fantasy team, DFS element of it. Yeah.
Oh, DFS. Yeah, I did DFS before I did actual sports betting, and that's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I'd never gotten the daily stuff.
I did that for years, and the way that the line, like there's specific ways you set up your lineups and things like that. It's kind of crazy.
There we go. Natty Mist is our beer tonight. Natty Mist, IPA, cedar, and citrus right there.
Nice.
Nice. Got a little.
Yeah.
1664.
1664.
Cronenberg.
I've never heard of that. Is that a Canadian beer? 1664?
No, German.
German.
Oh, okay.
German. There you go. Yeah. Nice.
It's German. It's better on top. It's really good on top. If you can find 64 on top, that's excellent beer.
Yeah, my local pub's got it. Yeah, for sure.
Look at this confident goaltender, Aiden Hill. What another great glove stop.
Unbelievable.
He's been awesome.
Yeah, he has been. It's just, hey, it's not the Arizona defense in front of him now. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big part.
San
of it.
San
Jose. Yeah.
I still say Sean Burke should get freaking.
Yeah, Burke. Yeah, no doubt.
Goalie
So
whisperer.
every goalie that stepped in for Vegas, from Brossois, Hill, Thompson,
and
everyone, they've been good.
They've all won.
That threw me off with this team because preseason I picked Vegas to win the cup. Preseason, and I've been betting against Vegas because I don't trust Aiden Hill.
Yeah. And silly.
Welcome to the new Aiden Hill.
That guy, but it's not enough.
Well, and the thing I said about Vegas is that
he's up this year.
Who?
Oh, is he? Yeah, I'm sure they'll pay up for him, no problem.
Oh, Hill, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Hill's a UFA.
No, I mean Sean Burke. Sean Burke. I mean.
Oh, his contract is up?
No, that's what
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking about that.
No, yeah, but no, Hill is a UFA. Yeah, somebody's throwing a bag of money at him, and I would
probably, and then he'll go somewhere else, and he won't have Sean Burke anymore, and he'll go back to.
He's going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
No, Connor Hellbuck going to Buffalo.
Connor Hellbuck going to Buffalo. Yeah,
he goes to Buffalo. I'm telling you guys now, they go to the playoffs. They win the first round series.
Yeah,
Buffalo. If Jersey was smart, they would throw whatever they could get at him.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Connor Hellebuck's going to be the top free agent.
Not making a lot of big moves. Like Winnipeg would like to get rid of some players. There's several teams
if they get rid of Ehlers, they get rid of Connor or Scheifele.
Wait till Karel Vejmelka ends up as Winnipeg.
Yeah. Scheifele, I think,
drops
is gone.
Second line.
Yeah, they're going to nuke that team. They're going to go into a full rebuild soon.
I don't know. I think they keep Connor and Ehlers. They remove the guys that are problem childs and see what they can do. I think that's what they're likely going to start doing. But,
Bro, I like how you just completely went past what I just said there. Right.
What did you say? Sorry,
I said I can't wait till Karel Vejmelka ends up being the starter for the Jets, and they end up
in Carolina
being just slightly above Arizona for in the Central.
In Carolina.
I wouldn't be pissed if he's Sorokin's backup, Vejmelka.
No.
I would.
No.
That would be a great tandem, actually. That would be legitimate, and that would we'd probably actually see the best of Vejmelka in that system.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Carolina, #1 goaltender, and I get my bet that you gave me on the shirt from last year. Yeah. No problem.
The fact that you think he's even going to beat out.
No, you just said he had to hold a -2-0. He had to hold a -2-0 next year.
Yeah,
my mom could hold a -2-0.
No, he's got to have a 920 save percentage.
920, yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah, right.
If he goes to Carolina, he does that easy.
Isaac's the opposite. He wins the Vezina next year.
For the love of God, you think
Pugliarvi was going to do well in Carolina?
Oh, okay, Ice-X is tripping right now. Talking about Sorokin gets sent to the AHL.
He's gonna win the Vesna next year, Sorokin. He's not.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that either.
are
but
we?
I think that's that Islander Kool-Aid that I'm hearing right now.
I don't know that.
What? Me? Never.
Yes, never. No.
I don't
know.
That.
I don't know.
The Islanders got to make the
just thinking
playoffs
out loud here.
I have a betting question.
Yes.
Florida team total under 0.5 plus 175.
I just wish it was a better price, but you know, they
yeah.
look like they're kind of.
I liked under 1.5.
Are they going to get one?
Vegas got a shutout again. Vegas can get a shutout. Look what they did against Dallas, the clincher.
That sounds
Once they
dangerous.
got up big, they just shut it right down and got the
Well,
shutout.
now that you just said the S word, I'm going to bet them over half a goal.
Because here's the thing: do you really want to? You're essentially live betting plus 175 for Aiden Hill to get a shutout, which is an awful number when you look at it from that perspective.
What it could have been before the game, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. But
He
I
has
don't know.
gotten a shutout.
Stupid shit
So we
happened
know
in the
it's
third period.
possible.
I was
You
going
know,
to say,
the
I
thing-
it
get
doesn't
that
take much
game.
to get
nothing,
one.
and then all of a sudden that one goal goes in. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yep.
I wouldn't.
I get that game on television.
only
Big
one.
Zombies.
I mean, that's
15
only
minutes.
one.
You're right. Milwaukee and Coachella Valley, AHL conference finals. So
Oh
maybe
yeah, I
I'll
hope
bet
Coachella
that
Valley
way.
wins because fuck Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Did anybody have Quebec?
Team.
It's
Nice
Nashville
jerseys.
versus
Milwaukee
Seattle,
City?
by the way. Nashville, Seattle, formed affiliates. Yeah.
Did anybody have Quebec in the finals?
Yeah, Henry was asking.
No.
Memorial Cup's
Yeah.
happened already, Henry.
Yeah, it
Thoughts on the
ended, yeah.
Memorial? Oh, you mean thoughts
the
on
winner.
who won? Yeah, that was Quebec.
I would
Quebec's
like
a
to
great
see
team.
Seattle win because there's a bunch of Hawks prospects there, but they didn't.
I had a buddy who was coaching against Quebec in the Q League playoffs, and he told me, he goes, their top 6 forwards, like he's like, they're assassins, like they're unbelievable. So he was talking about pretty good during the Q playoffs.
Use the A
definitely.
word.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That there's some players, Kevin, on that Quebec team that look really good, like
Yeah.
really big time players. At junior level, they look big time. Now, can they do it in the NHL? But they got some guys that could be something, at the next level. There's no doubt. I was impressed
Most of
with
them
their
are
speed.
overrated. So.
Yeah, I was impressed with their team play. It was really. Look who's here. Look who's joined us here on the Betcast.
Holy
It's our
smokes.
guy, Jimmy Murphy.
What's up, Jimmy?
No way.
What? I was
There
just
you
thinking
go.
I'd like to meet you, Jimmy. I'm glad- Thanks for
Hey,
coming on.
boys.
How you doing?
Yes.
up,
Cheers to everyone. Cheers to Jimmy Murphy joining us here.
There we go.
We appreciate and we love the moments he's with us even more now because they're not as frequent as they used to be. But Jimmy, good to have you with us. Let's get your thoughts here. What does this game and this 4-0 lead for Vegas look like to you?
Well, this looks like, look, I think Vegas is doing what no team has been able to do throughout this playoffs, guys. And that's matched the physicality and the walking the line. We've talked about this many times with Matthew Tkachuk, right? And obviously he walked the wrong side of the line in game 1. But I think Vegas has just given Florida a taste of their own medicine. I think that's the biggest thing right now. We haven't seen a team do that. And look, you guys know, obviously, I cover the Bruins. And the Bruins basically, I think, lost to the Florida Panthers the same way they lost to the St. Louis Blues in 2019, was just for that reason. They didn't have the big guys on defense, the big guys on the blue line to stand up to the Blues or to the Panthers. And, Vegas has got it. And I think that sort of that bravado or those balls, so to speak, that, you get from that defense, I think it translates throughout the rest of the lineup. And, it's not always that you have to have an enforcer to kind of have that, those guts and the balls, so I speak there, to translate. You just have to have a mentality. And I think Vegas has got that mentality just like Florida has. And I don't think Florida knows what to do right now to match it. And I don't know if you guys caught it. I wish I marked down the time. There was a time, I think it was right up after they went up 3-0. The camera switched to Paul Maurice. And he was just sort of smiling. And he had this sort of it was a smile that it was almost like he was succumbing to what was there. He knew. He's like, oh, shit, here we go. We finally met our match here. And now they've really figured things out and really counter. Yeah. And I think he can do it. I don't think Vegas is out of this series by any means. I think they're out of this game. Yeah. But I don't think they're out of this series. But look, I think Florida can do it. I think they could come back. But still, this is the first time that Florida has met sort of their mirror. They're looking in the mirror at themselves right now, and they're getting beat by themselves.
With physicality and a team that's big down the middle and big on the blue line on the back end. 1 through 6, big in terms of height and weight. Down the middle, big in terms of height and weight. And we're seeing, did he keep that out, Aiden Hill? Did he fucking keep that out? That is on. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. This potential highlight reel save. Another.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The incredible job.
Fucking unbelievable.
And Eichel took a
Martin
Kachuk took a run at Eichel. Wow. And Eichel's going off the ice. He's hurt. Holy shit.
So this is what I'm saying, guys.
Yeah.
This is,
they're gonna have to start beating the
Florida
shit
wasn't doing this before. This is stupid. This is stupid stuff, and this is why Florida's losing.
And now going after Pietrangelo.
Florida's just trying to take out Knights players right now. That's all they're trying to do. They've lost this game. They've
what's the old if you can't beat them on the ice?
Beat them in the alley.
If you can't beat them, hurt them.
The Leafs. They just started taking people out.
Kachuk's had
Life
this
is
thing
easy.
with Pietrangelo the whole series too. Like he's going after Pietrangelo now and trying to grab him by the scruff of the jersey, trying to grab him by the head. Yeah.
Guys,
I thought that was smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, guys,
Taking out their
I
stud.
think Kachuk got away with not
That's what
getting
I tried to take
suspension.
out.
Think of what Kachuk did in the first game, right? With that sucker punch.
Yep.
And now he does this. I mean,
2 for 2.
the Department of Player Safety right now is going to be like, look,
Oh my gosh, this
how
is
many
suspension
times do you wanna
potentially.
challenge
That's
us?
right to the head. That's right to the head of Eichel. with
yeah,
that hit by
he
Kachuk.
might get suspended.
Wow.
He might get suspended.
Was it
Yeah.
to the
Let's see this full motion.
Oh,
Oh, well, you know what?
let's
Didn't
see
catch the
this.
it
head.
wasn't to the head at all.
No. Yeah.
It wasn't to the head.
He
No,
might
he
not-
wasn't
not-
targeting the head.
No.
It was
He's a
actually I
habitual
think,
line
a clean
stepper.
hit.
Definitely interference.
He loved it.
Absolutely.
Charging.
Interference, but it's like
Charging
nothing
to
Two
the
wrong
line
with it.
stepper.
Oh,
As Charlie Murphy says.
they wait until now they call charging. We've seen 500 charging calls in this all fucking regular
This
season.
is probably going
Now
to be
they
one
go,
of those. They
"Oh,
give
yeah,
them 5
forgot
and they
about that."
review it. They give them 5 and they review it, and they might rescind the 5
Yes.
minutes. Yeah, it's probably what they'll do. Yeah.
He's getting five.
Eichel fell forward towards him. You see that?
Yeah.
Like Eichel kind of goes down towards him.
Eichel falls forward.
Yes.
Towards
Yes.
him.
Oh yeah, he did. And that
Yeah.
shoulder to shoulder. Even
Oh,
them falling, that's still
Jesus
shoulder to shoulder.
Christ.
I still don't think. I don't
yeah.
think there's not much.
That's
problem
nowhere
with
near
that
as bad
hit,
as it
really.
looked
Did
initially.
he
in
trip?
No,
What the
yeah.
fuck was that?
I don't know if he was
Was
trying
Eichel-
to draw,
No, that was last
Anything
second.
wrong here.
draw
Survival.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god.
he's trying to
He
get the
probably
fuck
broke
out of
his
the way.
collarbone.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
Fucking
there.
oh, that
No,
was
he didn't.
brutal.
No, he didn't. It's a brutal
That
collision.
was like a
but-
Tua.
and then
That was like
Eichel
a
literally
Tua
just starts
concussion.
like turns red.
Definitely
starts
an open
screaming
ice
like
hit.
a-
You know, like
Definitely
a Tua
targeting
would
him,
knock
So
himself
that's a
out.
clean hit.
Clean
That's a
hit.
clean
Yeah.
hit.
Does he
Targeting
have the
him,
puck?
clean hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the puck. Yeah, he separated the puck.
Yeah,
from
okay.
the puck. And because he
Probably
died,
gonna
they
get-
literally collide shoulder. And
They're
he just
probably
got
gonna
the
get a
puck.
penalty
Okay.
just to get him off the ice. They're probably just going to give him one just to get him off the ice. It's going to be.
Dude, that's how
chaos.
you
Sorry,
break
is announcing it
collarbone.
right now. Yeah.
What was he?
Jimmy, I think
don't-
what you were
can't run
saying
into shit like that.
No,
What's
that's-
that?
that's-
Eichel.
Life is easy when things are going good,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
what happens
it's
when
not
things aren't
normal.
going good?
He
Right.
was kind of like
exactly.
not falling down, but you're right. He was not on his on his.
He was
Yeah, see,
tilting
a little
forward,
trip there. Yeah.
Looked
Boom.
like he
And-
slipped or something.
and
But he left
Kachuk
his feet
actually
like
turned his back more.
If Chuck
If-
wasn't there,
if
he was
Chuck
gonna
really
fall
wanted to
down.
hurt him, he could have drove his elbow straight into his face. He did. He actually
So
turned.
guys, I didn't
with
hear.
the
I have the
side of it.
volume
There is
down.
nothing wrong
What
with that
happened here,
hit.
guys?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing wrong with that hit.
No.
I don't
Yeah,
see anything.
if you don't have the puck, that's bad. You got the puck, it's hockey.
Mhm. Hit him shoulder. Didn't. There's nothing wrong with that hit.
How the fuck is that misconduct?
I'll tell you what.
Is that
That is
what
a
he's
hit.
for?
The
That's
after-
a hit
the
that
after.
could turn shit around, though.
Oh,
It's
the after.
the after the
Okay,
whistle
the
hit
after
that he
thing.
did.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
the check wasn't there, like he was
Dude,
gonna
Jack
Yeah, that
Eichel.
makes sense.
Jack Eichel deserves an Oscar for that, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the thing. He just
Fucking
started
little
screaming
puss.
and,
That
like,
was.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
kind of like a
wow.
puss move, man. Like,
What's he? Is he going to be in Les Miserables on
That's kinda
on the
pussy
strip
shit.
later tonight or what?
Yeah.
If
That
that's
was a
Scott
little-
Stevens, he's
When-
unconscious.
Yeah, he just got up and he was doing the
Oh,
limp
come
thing, and he
on.
looked like
He
he was
sold
really.
that
He's
shit
just
good.
gonna shake it off and
Oh,
be
my
back next
God.
period. Oh yeah.
no, it looked like. I mean, that is how you break your collarbone.
Yeah, but
I've
but
seen
like
it
I said, he
happen.
tipped in front of him.
Like running into shit. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Kachuk's fault
It's a hockey play.
for Eichel. Yeah. I mean, that's just how you can't fall into shit like that.
Yeah, especially against this team, guys. I mean, that's what they pride themselves on.
Yeah,
8
taking a few
pounds of
liberties
pressure.
here. Yeah.
That's all it takes to break a grown man's collarbone.
I wasn't even
Be
following
careful.
you yet.
Covering
guys-
your collarbone.
How many hit on
Okay.
the Marchessault goal? I hope you're all right in that shit.
Yeah, Marsh
No,
is
I
so
got
point.
Marshall over
Yeah,
there.
oh yeah, I'm Marshall.
Shot point.
Well, Marchessault.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember. Like, I mean, seriously, guys, I don't remember something like this since like, who's the last guy that's been on a goal tear like that in the playoffs?
It's remarkable.
It
Marsh-
Dustin
It
Bufflin
kinda
in
reminds me-
2010.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're
Second,
going
third
back a
round.
while. I think.
Yeah.
It kind of
You know?
reminds
But
me
did
of that-
nothing in the first series.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Like the
right.
first
And then
5
you
games.
lose his
Like,
confidence,
just-
man.
It's a ghost.
Well, it
Yeah,
kind of
top
shows
fire.
you though. It kind of shows you though, seriously, how much of a season the playoffs actually are, right? Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
if your teams win, you can still go long enough to kind of find your game, and he did it.
And
That's
you
got
got
16
3-4 lines
Yo,
that
Yeah.
can score.
Yep,
You can miss a series and somebody else picks up the slack, and then
exactly.
you just
That's how.
yeah,
that's how teams
that's
win.
how
the
they're
cup.
winning.
Yeah.
16 points
Every
in the
line's-
last 10 games now for Marsh. So 16 in the last 10
That's
games.
insanity.
16 points.
He had
he's
to
damn
win.
good.
He had to win the Conn Smythe.
And
Yeah.
guys, I know
And
he
he's
got
never
it.
hope
now
so.
that Eichel's out,
Wait, I got him.
Eichel's the only guy close to that. Yeah.
I got him at plus 175
Yeah.
to score goal. Did you guys get that? Like Jesus.
Yep.
175.
Yeah.
You got? No,
Yeah.
I wasn't that good. I wasn't. That
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on? Why aren't they catching on?
No.
So I literally
his
come
point
downstairs
prop
to
is
clean up
minus
the kitchen,
145.
and I see Kachuk line up Eichel and schmack him. I thought the hit was good.
It was a
Kept
good
the
hit.
elbow down.
Yeah, we all
It
said
wasn't
that.
head
man.
hunting.
it
Didn't
was
get the
fine.
head.
There was
Didn't
a
get the
clean
head.
hit.
I didn't see all the extracurricular shit afterwards, but
Yeah.
Right.
for nobody who
Going after
anybody who's
Pietrangelo,
never seen
they're
a
gonna
Calgary
punk
game,
his ass.
that's Chucky.
I guarantee
That's what
it.
Chucky is.
Yeah. He's trying to
He is
wake
loose
up
and
and
expanding.
stimulate the team somehow, some way.
But
yeah.
did you see the little chuckle at the bench there? That's
Yep.
Chucky.
Well, guys,
Look
did
the
he
fuck
get
out
10
in the
minute
third
misconduct or a game?
No,
I
he's-
think
I
I
thought he got
10.
a 10.
He
They
got
called
a 10.
2 and
10
10, I
minutes.
thought, Jimmy.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
Two
because
and
I
10,
turned the
so-
volume down since I turned
Barbashev
on-
with a 10. Barbashev with
Wow.
a 2. Kachuk with a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's even up. 2 and
Okay.
10 between Barbashev and
Big scramble around the net.
Kachuk.
And look at Lomberg with
That's
these vicious cross
kinda
checks,
fair.
right? Not back to the back, but to the front, but still
I guess
vicious.
Eichel's
slash
off the
right
ice.
there, yeah. Trying to
Yeah.
get Vegas.
Yeah,
to respond.
if Eichel's not gone with the separated shoulder or something along that line, I'd be surprised because you could tell when he came up, he didn't want to move that fucker too quick.
Yeah, it
All
could
right,
be
folks.
something.
I'm about to go eat dinner, so I'll be back probably around the 15 or 10 minute mark of the third period. I'll definitely be
Sounds
back.
good, Alex. We'll see you
Woo,
soon.
Cheers,
good, brother.
All right, see ya.
Come back, man.
I just finished a steak. It's delicious.
I had
There
toasted
you go,
westerns.
Yum.
Guys, I'm out too for dinner. It's fun.
I cooked
Fun
a
time with
steak
you.
in the pouring rain,
All right.
boys.
Cheers, Kevin. Be
Yeah,
good, buddy.
cheers. Catch you later.
Oh,
I
Kevin,
do.
you're going? All right, thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
See ya.
Appreciate all your content today.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Cheers.
We'll see you
Good to
Thursday.
hang out with you guys.
So
Hey,
I did.
Ian, what I tell you about what I tell you, boys, about Greg Cronin?
Yep. You said Greg
Yeah.
Cronin could be a candidate for Anaheim, and wham, new head coach of the Anaheim
Oh, is
Ducks.
that who got hired in Anaheim? Okay,
Yeah.
that's big. That's different.
Yeah, he's Pat Verbeek style, man.
Is he?
Hard nosed motherfucker. Trust me.
Okay.
I grew up with him. He was like an unofficial big brother to me growing up in Arlington, Mass.
Where,
Yeah,
where,
that's
where
right.
did
Jimmy,
he
you got the
where did he
connection,
cut
yeah.
his teeth, Jim? Is he an
He
Anaheim farm
started
guy?
off
Or?
under he started off actually under the late great Sean Walsh at UMaine back in the
Oh,
days.
okay.
With Paul Career
right.
and all those guys. Yeah, he was an assistant coach. Kind of worked his way
Okay.
up. And he actually got me my first job in hockey when I was graduated UMass in 2000. Greg was the assistant coach of the Islanders, and I got a job doing a postgrad internship with
nice.
their PR department. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, man. So he's paid his dues. He's been an assistant. He's been a minor league coach for a while. He coached Northeastern as well. So
Okay. All right.
27
Right.
years coaching experience. So yeah, man, I think it's a good hire for them.
Is he related to Sean?
No.
No, he's not. Okay,
No.
I didn't know. It's just an odd name, so it could have been.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But he's
Real deal in New Brunswick. I wish I'd never been east. Real deal. I'd love to get east. That's about the only part of Canada.
I'll tell you a great story about Greg Cronin, guys. Well, he's a recovered alcoholic for about, I'd say, like 20 years now. I think.
Aren't we all?
No, I'm trying to get there.
Actually,
yeah, I'm still going. But no, Greg went over to Ireland, guys. He goes over to Ireland and just sort of falls off the face of the earth and comes back. And, he got a job with, I think it was Toronto then. And they said, so what were you doing over in Ireland? And he said, I was sheep herding.
which is code for drinking whiskey all the fucking time. That's what that is.
And that's exactly what he said. He said, I had to drink it. I drank it out of me with the sheep and with the Irish, and and here I am.
Yeah. I got an Irishman living next door to me here. And I tell you, this guy, we went over to his place for St. Patty's Day. Well, fuck, we got about, 2-3 hours in, and all of a sudden it's shots. Oh, you've never tried this? Here, try this. He's pouring me 3-ounce shots, so I'm fucking slamming it.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
educated. I know how to drink like a real man. Well, fuck, 2:00 in the morning, my head's in the bowl, and I'm puking my guts out. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ. So I said, well, next year I'm holding the fucking St. Patty's party then.
There you go.
So, all right. So we got a couple people asking, what are we doing? What are we looking at in the third? Are we looking at a blowout?
I took a very small shot on something.
I wish we could bet on how many penalties will be in the third period.
Yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you do, Sports?
There's gonna be so many.
I took a small stab at no goal in regulation plus 445.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good
wow.
one.
Saying this finishes 4-0.
Yep.
That's
No
a good
goal
one.
plus
Shut her down, eh?
350 plus 400. No goal third period. I don't mind that. This was
No,
what
I
they
happened.
haven't scored on Lion yet.
I
Vegas.
still have the under 6.5 that Earl didn't bet.
Which game of that series was Vegas down? Was they were up 4-0 and then they just shut it down? It ended 4-0. One of the games in that series.
So then we would also be looking, if you wanted to go a little bit harder on that, you'd also be looking under 2 for the period, right? As well, right?
Yeah.
You can almost go hand in hand with that,
Yep.
right?
I only took that because it was plus 440 and I put a very small amount on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Under
for sure,
1.5 is plus 135. Under 5.5 adjusted full game
Like,
total.
would we be surprised if just Vegas just sits on this 4-0 lead? And
No, they'll try to. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
Yeah, they'll shut her down right now for sure.
no, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. But
Okay,
I'm
so
also
game
not-
3.
small
can't
play
do
plus
that.
445, no
Not
goal in
gonna do it.
regulation.
Yeah. Game 3 and game 6 of the Dallas Vegas series. Okay, game 3, Vegas was up. So actually, there were 2 goals in the third of that game, but it was game 6. It was the closeout game. They were up 4-0 going into the third, and that's exactly how they won that. No, it was game 3. They were up 4-0 going into the third, and they won that game 4-0. Nothing in the third period.
So
they can do it. They're capable of it.
I've
Shutting
seen.
it down.
Guys, I covered Bruce for a while. If there's anybody that's capable of getting his team to shut it down, it's him.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Need even a shot on goal.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Knowing my track record on these live streams, this game's about to have 4 goals in the third period.
Over 2.5.
deal.
Guys,
I
I'm
kind
gonna,
of-
My bad. It's going to be a BS goal with less than a minute left.
I'm liking Chandler
Just
Stevenson
one. Yeah,
to
yeah.
find the twine here, boys. He's due.
In this game?
Next
Yep.
game.
Nah, I'm liking Stevenson to maybe finish it off and make it 5-0 to finish it here.
I have a question,
4
hockey
shots
question
on that
for
right.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'm wearing a cap, just tip
There
to
you
you.
go.
Stop kissing ass.
If Joel Quenneville, no, whenever I wear it's one of my hats. I wear it all the time. Whenever I wear it, a little Irish.
That's right.
If Joel Quenneville wants to talk to Gary Bettman, who's talking to Joel Quenneville?
I think the Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers
Okay.
I
would be
think the
my
Rangers make sense.
Rangers would be
Yeah.
my look.
I
Yeah,
like it.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers for sure.
Panarin, ex-Chicago players. Maybe they can keep Kane
like
at
it.
a cheap price if they bring him in, stuff like that.
Well, that's if Kane plays again.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that surgery coming up, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't he
he's,
just actually wasn't that today?
think he's
Didn't
had
I
it.
see- Yeah, I think it was today.
Honestly, that's an interesting thing there, right? I mean, who's going to sign him now, right? He's an unrestricted free agent. So he's one of these guys, like, come January, right around the All-Star break, we might be like, oh, Patrick Kane is a free agent right now for somebody to pick up for a playoff run if he's so able. So that'll be interesting.
Shoulder to fucking shoulder, and they're not showing it for like the 8th time. Yeah, there's no doubt that was not.
It could have been his head if he moved.
Could have
his
been
head.
really bad, but yeah, if he didn't fall down or look like he was falling a little bit, Jack Eichel, and he was standing up straight, that could have been. Yeah,
Could have been something.
Yeah,
Actually, I would
Matthew, if
argue
he
that
jumped or
I would
leaves his
argue the
feet.
hit was worse because he was going down. If he'd still been standing up, he gets that more in the chest area instead of up here, right? And it doesn't hurt. It hurts, but it's not nearly as bad. That would be my argument on that one.
and maybe that shoulder, not I don't want to be separated, but it's definitely hurting a little bit. Yeah,
I grabbed under 2 in the third, and I grabbed Florida under 0.5. So I'm not expecting Florida to score a goal here on the third.
Time
I got the under 2 at
double
plus
down.
130.
Yep.
Yeah, and I got Florida under 0.5 at where was it? 130 plus 130.
Yeah.
So, a decent odds on 365 so far, but now that I'm looking at it again, they've now changed them. So they were a little slow getting them turned around. So
You can get draw for the third period alone at plus 150.
yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
But I almost expect Vegas to get one more, right? Because I expect Florida. I think they've kind of written this game off, so I expect to see some hijinks, probably a couple power plays. So I'm expecting a Vegas goal here in the third. It's kind of the way I'm
Pull the
looking at it.
goalie with 10 minutes to go.
Don't do that.
That might as well. You're going to lose anyway, right?
Dude,
Right?
lose anyway.
Why
Seriously,
you
seriously.
have to lose?
Hey, so
Yeah.
who do you guys have on the panel up in Canada, guys? For
It's Ron, it's Kelly, it's
Bieksa.
Bieksa and what's her
Botterill.
name? I can't remember the
Jennifer
chick's name.
Botterill. Yeah, Jennifer
Yeah.
Botterill.
Jennifer, yeah.
Okay.
They're decent, right? It's a decent team.
The 4 of them. It's Ron, Kelly, Kevin, and Jennifer.
And
Yeah.
are they doing hockey headlines tonight too, or just on Saturdays?
I think just Saturdays. I don't see Elliot with them right now.
Okay.
Look at Alex B. Smith. He just I don't know what it is about him, but Alex comes up with Kane heals up by Xmas and re-signs with Hawks for 3 years, mega club friendly deal.
I
God,
think that's that Gramco.
He's more optimistic than I am.
Yeah,
about
I think the grandpa's talking.
Can we just admit this though? If he stays with
Alex,
the Rangers, they're
Alex.
still not a Stanley Cup contender.
Alex,
This
you're starting
this
to sound
comment
like
sponsored-
Terry there. You're starting to sound like Terry Edelman, bro. Come on.
A little.
That's true.
Terry's just
There we go.
some of us. Yeah.
There you
This
go. For who hasn't
comment
seen it, there we go.
sponsored by-
Cheers.
Is that Iron Maiden on there?
That's a trooper beer, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's fucking beautiful, man.
These
God
are
bless.
good, man.
Trooper. Yeah.
And that's the big can. That's the 475 mil sucker.
That's good stuff, man.
Great guitar solo. That
was half.
Great song that was.
Love that beer.
Guys,
Jimmy-
I hate to speak ill of the great one, but like, I mean, how much makeup does that guy have on him right now?
He's got a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I
Two-
noticed that. A lot of, a lot of work
Oh,
done
Lane.
before in production. Yeah.
All right.
Dude,
So
it looks like the makeup they put on people when they're in their coffin.
Yeah.
It's
I got to
brutal.
cut it for a couple minutes, boys. I'll be right
Jimmy.
back.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to unsee that.
Yeah, it's just
You just tainted
and,
Yes,
and it looks
it's
like
not-
he spray
it's not
painted his hair,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah.
he just went silver and
Yeah.
spray painted it.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Although
The
next to
wisdom
Wayne
didn't work.
Newton, he looks fine.
Oh my God.
Wayne Newton looked like a friggin' porcelain doll.
Yeah, he looks normal. You know, he looks like a
It's
healthy
almost like they
30-year-old.
put like a digital head on Wayne Newton.
Scary. I mean, plastic surgery and a half. Holy fuck. Plastic face, plastic body, plastic.
It reminds me of Tom Brady a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you on that,
This
man.
looks
He
really-
went real.
That's
really
true.
healthy.
Brady's got some of that going now. It's
Oh yeah,
like-
Brady looks creepy, guys.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
He looks so creepy.
Is
Oh my
Brady
God, poor
actually
guy.
gone, or is he gonna come back again? Because I
I
wouldn't.
don't know. But do you guys
The
ever see that
Raiders?
movie with Brady when he goes into It's with what's his name there, and they were in it, and he goes into a place. It looks like a massage parlor, but it's a like cryogenics place.
Right.
Oh
Do you know
yeah,
what I'm talking
or
about?
like the testosterone shot.
What did you do?
No.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh my god, I gotta.
No.
It's
Did he
hilarious.
Austin Powers himself cryogenically frozen? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the last movie I saw him
I don't
in
know what
was
that's
Ted 2.
Well, he's in that movie with the old ladies there.
Yeah,
With
Which one?
something about Brady or something.
yeah, there you go.
Something about Brady?
There you
Oh,
go.
dude, that's so sad. Poor guy.
Jimmy, have
I
you
don't
had any
feel bad for him.
Babcock thoughts?
It's a very interesting hire. Like I don't understand it, but whatever. I like Yarmo, so
Right.
I'll trust him. I don't see how it's a match.
Lex Newton.
4 years?
I just saw that. The
Yeah,
wax
that's true.
museums. That is. Yeah.
What was
Alex
it?
said that Wayne Gretzky looks like he's in a wax museum right now. Sorry.
Yes. Okay, guys.
I was trying to think of what Jimmy's talking about.
So I got it. If you ever need to look up stuff like this too, you just go to IMDb. You guys ever been there?
Yeah.
Internet Movie Database. IMDb.com. It's great. So here you go. It was a TV series with Paul Rudd called Living with Yourself. And it was about Paul Rudd becoming a clone. And then he has to like fight for his wife with his clone. Like he's trying to keep his wife so she doesn't go with his clone. But Tom Brady in the beginning of it, like Paul Rudd goes in and he's like going up to this place and it looks like a massage parlor. And all of a sudden Tom Brady just walks out of there with this big grin. And he just gets in a limo and he winks at Paul Rudd and he walks away. And so Paul Rudd goes in there and it turns out this place is like a science lab where they clone people. And
I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that movie.
You know,
Yeah,
it's a
I know what you're
series.
talking about.
It's a mini series. It was on
It's a
Netflix.
series?
Yeah. It was on Netflix. It was a TV series. I'm looking right at the IMDb right
Watch
now.
it. I watched
What year was
everything
it?
Paul Rudd.
2019.
Recent. Wow.
I
Yeah.
must have seen it.
It's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was funny. But Tom Brady, I mean, he's in it for like a minute, but he's in the beginning of the movie. He walks right out of this place, and it's called like the Happy Spa. And that's that.
Paul Rudd's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I've always
Yeah,
loved
he's
him.
great. But all I'm trying to say, getting back to what we were saying, is Tom Brady looks so fake now. It's
I mean, it looks like he's had some
Yeah.
shit done on his
Yeah.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's had some work
apparently
done.
he's green too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find
You're
he's like
so
he's like
vain.
he's kind of like in an everything Zen type of mood these days.
Who the
Tom
hell would
Brady.
leave Giselle?
Yeah. Like I find he's way more
Yeah.
talkative now with the media. It's like he can't shut up now when he's talking to the media, and he's got his radio thing now, and he's like just doing this and that and
Yeah, he's
everything.
got his
He's
radio
like a social
thing.
butterfly now. You didn't say
He's
shit
got his
from him.
radio thing, Ian, where what's his name just throws softballs over the plate. to
Jim
him.
Gray. Yeah.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
That is a disgrace to journalism. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you know what? You couldn't get Tom Brady to do a lot of public, appearances and radio.
Yeah,
stuff.
I'd rather like
Better
talk
do.
hostage to somebody,
Yeah.
like at least somebody who's gonna ask him some tough questions.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
He dropped the old lady, man. He wasn't
Yeah,
allowed to do shit. Now he can do whatever he wants. He's
Well,
getting
his
shit done
football
for his
career.
face. He's got everything
You
going.
know,
He always
He could do whatever he wants and still have Giselle. He's an
Yep.
idiot.
probably, maybe. I don't know about that. That's the reason why.
Just had to come back for one more year.
Yep.
I think he was insecure that she made more money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he
was hotter.
just felt tied down. He was supposed to stop and kept on going, and she got pissed off. That's it.
I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, anyways,
I'm gonna miss you. That
Wow,
Christian
hockey.
song.
Back to hockey talk, boys.
Christian song.
back to
Yeah.
hockey. Oh, I was gonna say this earlier when you were talking about the So the last broadcast for that sports guy, Ian, you're talking
Yeah.
about like his last
Paul Romanek.
sports,
Yeah.
sports thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched that one with the baseball player like 100 times, or the baseball announcer like 100 times. The one where he's apologizing for some homophobic.
Oh yeah, and then Castellanos hits a deep.
And then he's like, Castellanos hits a home run.
Tom Brenneman.
In the middle
Yeah,
of his
yeah.
apology.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah.
That must have been, I don't know, one of the funniest things that I've seen in sports history.
Unfortunately, Paul lost his job because they spent too much money on the damn NHL contract, Rogers, and they made cuts, and he was part of it.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous because he's an outstanding play-by-play guy, and he's out of work now because of this monstrosity of a contract they signed. They paid too much, and they're not making enough back. It's that simple. There are cuts left and right.
So do you know that guy?
Who?
You know the guy that I was just talking about?
What, Brenneman?
Yeah.
Well, I know of him. I don't know him personally, obviously, but I know of him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he had
That maybe
that incident years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but the other guy, okay, got it.
That's the guy you're talking
Jimmy,
about, Castellanos. That was Brenneman, yeah, when that happened.
Which way's Boston going now?
What's
Is
that, guys?
Boston in
That's
it?
funny.
I'm asking Jimmy, which way's Boston going now?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, pretty likely that they're going to have some veterans not there anymore. Are they going to be like looking to get Orloff in there? Are they going to try to give it another go? Or are they going to?
Well, I mean, I still don't know, guys. I mean, I think Krejci's gone, but Bergeron's still very much up in the air. So really won't know much until he makes his decision, which, you would hope he does soon for them. But in terms of Orlov, he's gone. He already said, I wrote about it the other day. I mean, he told some Russian paper the other day, I'm hitting the free agent market, and he's just looking for a mega deal. I don't think he gives a crap where he plays. He just wants to strike it rich. Yeah. He's also really pissed off the Capitals. I thought he was going to go back there because he kind of hinted it to us. But then in this interview, he was like, yeah, I thought I was going to retire there. And I'm not happy with the fact that I think Alex Ovechkin approved it behind my
signed
back.
off.
Yeah. So I don't think he's going back to the Capitals either. I think he's just going to sign a deal wherever he can get the most money. And Bertuzzi too. I mean, look, guys, I thought Bertuzzi was good, but people in Boston are acting like he's the second coming of Cam Neely. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. What has this guy done to warrant $7 million on the open market throughout the course of his career? No, he's a middle six player. That's it. And if you're the Bruins, you need centers right now. If Bergeron and Krejci are going, why are you going to give $7 million to a winger after you got Pasternak's deal starting right now for 11.2 a year? So,
that was too much. Too much.
Oh, I'm all right with that. I like Pot. I'm totally down with it, but you got to get a center to feed with.
I think he's going to get 6.
And just like that, all the bets that we were talking about are pretty much dead.
There we go.
Vegas to get a shutout, Florida under 0.5 goals, and under 1.5 in the third is now looking dicey.
I've got props, so don't have him though.
And then it ricocheted off a Vegas player and in. That was who?
See, I didn't realize the game was on. I started watching Cardinals Rangers.
Alec Martinez of all people.
Oh, I got 2 Claire points.
Yeah, but guys, I blame Hill on that. I don't get how we
blame me. I bet no goal in regulation.
Yeah, why are you putting a puck out in front like that? Bring it around the boards. Why are you going right out in front of your net when you're behind him?
I criticize him because he's been great, but that was a bad play.
That was a bad play by Hill. I don't blame Martinez there. Martinez dude,
that's not what you're told to do.
Yeah, why are you giving me the puck? Martinez like,
so he found a weakness in Aiden Hill playing the puck. He's no Marty Brodeur in that department. Or Mike Smith. Yeah.
It's almost like the second human goal tonight. Hill. Goal.
And it was so early that if Florida gets another one quick, all of a sudden the door opens a little bit.
A little bit. I had to clear points.
For any of you wine drinkers out there, guys, I'm going to introduce you to this.
Yes.
It's called California Roots, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah.
$5 at Target.
What?
It's good shit.
It's good. It's really good. And I had to become a wino because of celiac, so I drink a lot more wine. Because of the gluten and
see Florida buzzing now.
For $5, this is good wine.
And what have you got there? Is it a red or?
And it's good.
Malbec,
It's the red
Sauvignon.
blend. Got the red blend going,
Red
boys.
blend.
$5
The red
and it's
blend
good?
is really good.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that shit
I don't
really is
think-
good.
I don't think it's
$5
possible to
come
get
alive.
$5 wine in Canada. I don't think so. I don't think it's
We
possible.
all got $5. We all have $5.
No, but
Hopefully.
booze is cheap down there.
Oh yeah, I know. When I lived in Montreal, I was like a bootleg guy for like 3 bars in Montreal when I lived there, and I would come back and
Go to
visit.
the underground.
And I'd cross it over the
Dude,
border.
get some wine.
You have anything in the trunk? No. Please don't look. Please don't look.
Nothing solid. Nothing solid.
Everything's good here.
A couple clinks in the trunk. Clink, clink.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Meanwhile, I've got like four cases of wine, 4 cases of vodka. New Hampshire liquor store, boys. If you're ever traveling through New Hampshire, go to New Hampshire liquor
Worth
stores.
the
They're all along the highways. And it's like, you don't believe the prices. It's amazing.
Yeah, there you go, right there. That's what you're looking for.
That's why you come to the ice, guys.
Worth the drive to Loudon. Yep.
Discount price.
Oh, Vegas responds.
Oh, wow.
Marcia So again.
Oh my
gosh,
God.
that's 3 points for him tonight, including 2 goals.
I need.
And
I
told you guys, once there's been no goal in regulation,
Who got the assist?
There's my 3 goals prop,
Good
man.
before.
3 goals in the series at plus 110 is already cashed for me.
Wow.
In the second game.
Yeah.
Marcia
Wow.
So is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's been damn
And you
good.
got most goals in the series or most points?
That's an under.
He's got 3 points tonight.
That's an
He had
understatement. But
1 in the last game. Yep. 4 in the series. Yep. I've got Marcia So goal scorer leader and point scorer leader in this series and the Conn Smythe. And it's all alive. All of it.
You're in the driver's seat.
All I can ask for.
Marcia
Yeah,
says the favorite to win
sure.
Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
And there's the
Yeah, I
over
know, we
5
should be.
to bet it.
Ian's
he
been
should
reading
be.
this series well
Fucking
from the
amazing.
get-go, man.
Don Cherry would call him John Masserole. Yep. Yep.
Can you imagine Don Cherry every night trying to pronounce this guy's
I know,
name?
John Masserole.
Asshole.
That right now.
That's what
We
they
can
call
play it.
me.
We're gonna find
I'm
that.
asshole.
Yeah.
Over 5.5 with plenty of time to spare.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Any chance that Wah got an assist there? Probably not. He's not on that line. I got
what about
that series.
Carlson? Usually, he's really good under pressure. Fuck! I shouldn't have fucking taken that. That was stupid.
So there you
When
go.
you
It's
said
worth
Waugh,
it.
I was thinking of Patrick Waugh. Does he ever look like Santa?
Oh,
He
now,
does,
yeah,
big
you
beard,
don't
yeah.
even recognize
Silver
him now.
beard, gray beard. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the over, by the way, by the 5.5.
Yeah.
If anyone had that, it's cashed. Yep. 5-1 Vegas. All right, here it is. All right, we got to play this. It's so damn funny. You got to play it right here. Here we go.
What's this?
We got it. Let me see if I can. I got to do the share screen here. Let me just make sure I got it on here. Yeah, it's the. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's the one. All right, so here we go. Share screen. All right, there we go. Don Cherry. Here we go.
I'm guessing Don
all right.
Cherry. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go. It's coming. This is the Jonathan Marcia So from years
Boy,
ago.
They are fantastic. We got it is unbelievable. Look at there's Brenton Manning from Prince George, BC.
And now there's a race. Marcia So scores.
We had this set up before, and there is a Lamborghini, beautiful suit, John Masserole, and 30 goals.
There it is. Johnny Masserole.
John Masserole.
Yeah,
That was year one. That was
Yeah.
year one for Vegas. Yeah.
it was. Yeah, John Masserole. Yeah. The best one
I
ever.
sometimes think he
Best
did it
one
on
ever, and it's in that video. It's Oliver Lawsome Tossum, and he calls him Oliver Lawsome Tossum for Ekman Larson. Yeah, Oliver Lawsome Tossum. It's like Rock'em Sock'em, his old video series. Yeah, Lawsome
I
Tossum.
swear he did it on purpose.
There
He
it
did it on
is.
purpose.
John Masserole.
Dude, it's you know, I think it's
Get
one of
so
the
much confidence.
phenomenons. One of the phenomenons of hockey media is how like, and look, I'm not gonna like. I loved Don Cherry growing up, like, and I love whatever, and it was great. And I don't exactly agree with his political views and some other things he said, but it is what it is.
Yep.
But like, he lasted a while for being absolutely out of his freaking mind. Like,
He got through 30 years just about.
I mean, it's pretty amazing how long he lasted.
You're
It's
doing
like,
something right.
I mean, he was that guy, you walk into your local and he's just that guy at the corner of the bar, like talking to the bartender. And like, I mean, how did he lasted so long?
Yeah, I know that, John Masserall. Yeah, I call him in the games that I call.
Oh, there were some beauties on that. Yeah, there were some phenomenal ones on that with the mispronunciation. Someone put a whole compilation together
of Don Cherry mispronunciations.
Exactly, just a ton of them. Yeah,
look that up on YouTube.
It's just Don Cherry. Just put Don Cherry mispronouncing names, anything. We got to play that one too. It's just so friggin' hilarious. What the Lawsome Tossum? Yeah, it's unbelievable, that one. That's I think an all timer. I think that's one of his absolute best, most hilarious as hell mispronunciations that I've ever seen. That one. Here we go.
Wow, there is like a full video.
He's been pulled, and here's Oliver Lawson Tossum. I think that's pretty good. I mean, I really do believe that. Two Swedes.
That's Ryan Ellis. Gets the puck over to PK Subban.
Oh, man. There's another one. There's one with Alex Galchenyuk. That is a really good one, too.
I think I remember that.
And then there's something he says something about prostate cancer after. Watch this. It's hysterical. Be crying.
And we have on the bench, Montreal bench, watch Shaw and Delchuk. How do you say that?
Galchenyuk.
Yeah, what's that? Look at that. And that's for, prostate cancer. You could like
prostate cancer. Mustache. Prostate cancer.
It's a fast show.
Yeah, it's prospect cancer. He's wearing the mustache for prospect cancer.
You know what I mean?
Prospect cancer awareness. Yeah.
I was always a big fan of Biesca.
Biesca, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Biesca,
yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's just Delchuk.
Delchuk.
Yeah, Delchuk.
That was a blender.
I need 4 more shots for Florida. I think we can do that.
And then Ron would correct him. He'd say the name. Close enough, he'd say. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Close enough, he'd say. Yeah.
So, guys, I'll tell you a funny encounter I had with Don. And this showed you how kind of gone he was at times. But so I had met him before. Well, I had met him out of the work scene through the late Russ Conway. And we were just out in a pub in Toronto one time, and he was there drinking with us, whatever. And that was that. So then a couple years later, it was when they made a statue of Bobby Orr outside TD Garden there. I think it was 2010. It was during that series when the Bruins blew the 3-0 series lead to Philly. May 10th, 2010. And Don Cherry's there, and he's there to honor Bobby Orr and whatever. And we're in this like press conference or this little scrum with Don Cherry. And I've got my scally cap. And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, who brought the leprechaun? Who brought the leprechaun here?" And so from that point on, every time I see the guy, wherever I was, whether it was like in a immediate scrum or it was in a bar or it was at a dry, "Hey, leprechaun."
Oh,
so that's how he knew me, was a leprechaun.
He just called you the leprechaun every time, yeah?
Yep.
Jimmy Murphy, a.k.a. the leprechaun,
Go figure.
Where's me Lucky Charms? You should have said that, too. Right back to him, yeah.
Oh, come on, Eichel.
Eichel's back. Surprise of nobody. Eichel is okay, and he's back in the game.
Yeah. Is he still doing that podcast?
Yeah.
Is Don still doing his podcast?
Who is? Don?
Don had a podcast.
He's got his Grapevine podcast with his kid, Tim Cherry. And,
he's still doing it?
And his daughter as well, I think, is on that.
I haven't watched it. I haven't listened to it, so I didn't know.
Yeah. He's been doing that for a few years. He still gets to talk hockey. Keep in mind, mentally and physically, he's slowing way down, Don, right now. No question. Way down. Like, he's going to be 90, like, I think either later this year or next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll be honest. I've heard it a couple times. He's stringing sentences together is tough for him, right? Tougher, much tougher. But he still does the podcast. But you can tell he's slowing down big time. Who wouldn't be? I'm just hoping I'm here at 89, going on 90. I just hope I'm still here. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's better than most.
Yep.
By the way, I just saw somebody in one of my group chats posted live odds for the Conn Smythe, and Marchessault is a -110.
Wow.
I got it way better than that.
That's changing fast, eh? Wow.
Yeah.
It comes with a bonus story of, having played in Florida. It's the script's there, the stats are there.
I know.
And he just keeps on doing it.
And he wants to stick it to this team. It doesn't matter that it's different coaches, different GM now, and different everything. That team just said, hey, we'll put you unprotected. We'll put you available.
Part of his story. Yeah.
Expansion draft. Yeah. And him and Riley Smith, for that matter. Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm going to have to go. But it's very nice to see you, Jimmy.
Good to see you, Cheshire Cat. Yep.
Nice to see you guys.
Rich, Perlo, Nick.
Yeah,
I actually
see you,
gotta get
Cheshire.
out of here.
It
too,
was a
guys.
pleasure.
You're heading up,
I'll be
Jimmy,
in
too?
Newcastle.
Yeah, I got to go too. I got to write a story for tomorrow, so
All right.
I will depart now. Boys, have
I
fun.
hope our friend
Thanks for
Dan
being
is
here.
recognizing all this great writing and work you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah, he is, man. Don't worry.
that's good.
Jimmy, it was a treat, man. I've always read your stuff. It was really a treat to
appreciate
meet you, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's great. It's great talking to you guys. I'm glad I had the time. Like when the team's playing, I don't really have the time to jump into these things, so I apologize.
What I love about you, Jimmy, is you always have an opinion. There's some people that are pretty vanilla. I don't like reading it, but you have
99% of the time it's wrong, but I appreciate that.
You at least have a take. You have a staunch opinion, and that's what people want to read.
Opinion, yeah, I love it. That's what I like about it.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
As a Canadian, I can say you're a pretty decent American, and there aren't a lot of those.
That's because I lived in Canada for 3 years, man.
Yeah, there you go. No, I know a bunch of
you guys
good
molded me.
Yeah.
I'm an adopted Canadian.
Yeah, and he loves Montreal like a second home to Jimmy, honestly.
Oh yeah,
and he'll tell you that.
Nice.
I can't wait to get up
there.
There
You go.
If you guys want a place to go in the summer, it's Montreal. I know there's no ocean or beach, but man, it's amazing.
Yeah,
if you want to join us Thursday on the show, Jimmy, let me know because we're not on Friday. But Thursday, if you want to join us, 2:00. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good. As long I don't know what I should be good because Maddie's still in school, so I won't have her that day. Yeah, we'll see. I'll let you know.
Yep, sounds good. That's game 3 game day. Yep, good stuff.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Good night, Jimmy. Good to see you.
Have a good one.
You too. There he is, Jimmy Murphy. Surprise appearance from Jimmy Murphy on the Ice Cream Show. Long time was a full-time member of the show, of course, prior to this season. But too much writing to do, and that took more time, the writing side and the reporting side of his gig. So that's why Jimmy was only on weekly, but we get him at least a little bit, and always be a friend of ours. That's for sure.
I love these the NHL team Twitters, whatever, because the Vegas Golden Knights one tweeted out 10 minutes ago saying, from the Florida Panthers, the Vegas Golden Knights select Jonathan Marchessault. You gotta love it.
That's nice,
savage right there.
Right there.
That's freaking savage.
That is, big time. That's
earning your paycheck.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember, I don't think there was anybody that when that happened went that didn't go, what? Like even back then, like Marchessault had so much talent. It wasn't just Marchessault. It was Marchessault and Smith, right? And they just let him go for nothing. Yep. And they just got Smith from Boston, didn't they? For a pretty good package. That was a really weird move to let them both go like that. And they must have been, I don't know who they were protecting instead that they gave up on them. Like
There's a serious energetic son of a gun and energetic, enthusiastic, clever cat that's running Vegas Twitter. That's all I have to say. Pretty good Twitter account. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do better than that.
When they switched goalies, they said we'd be lying, Lyon, if we said the same goalie was in for the Panthers.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is good shit. This guy's earning his pay or gal, whoever it is. Yep.
you like some salt for that wound?
Yeah. Yep. This team is 2 wins away from a Stanley Cup in their first 6 years of 6th year of existence. Unreal.
In their first 6 years of existence, they have more Western Conference appearances than the Vancouver Canucks in 53 years. So let that settle in.
Yeah, that's
things were going so well.
Yeah, I know. Rich really feels that pain right there because he's the.
Are you actually a Canucks fan or? Oh,
yeah, he's out in Van.
I knew you were Canadian. I just forgot which one.
Yeah,
got my Naslund jersey out.
Naslund, yep. There you go. Yeah,
I have a Sedin jersey. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, don't go there.
No,
that wasn't a good time.
Well, my favorite Canuck
yeah,
has always been Luongo.
Facts.
I love him.
There's another one.
He's not looking too happy up in that.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he was my
most of Vancouver's cheering for him. They score in overtime and they show that big exultant shot of him up in the press box or the owner's box. And
one.
Wow, what a pass to Amadio! I think got this goal.
Yeah.
Yep, Michael Amadio. Yep.
Wow.
I'm in the wrong end.
6-1 Vegas.
Is it? I haven't even been watching the game for the last one. It's the bottom of the ninth between the Cardinals and the Rangers. I need this game to go to extra so we can get this over 9.5.
Yeah, me too. I'm on that same bet actually. Yep.
I feel like everybody and their mother was on this 9.5 though. So.
Yep. Hey, it's still alive.
Carlson, another guy that they were like given in the draft, and nobody thought anything of it, and they just
I remember he's not with the team anymore, but one team gave up prospects in order for the Vegas Golden Knights to select this one player, and that guy became the Vezina Trophy winner, Fleury. to believe the Penguins gave up prospects for the Vegas Golden Knights to take Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah. That being said, it wasn't as Murray was fantastic, and then as soon as Fleury left, he went ass. But you kind of get it. You had a young goaltender like Murray. What are you going to do? And it turned out Murray. I don't know what happened to him when Fleury left. It was crazy. I need the Rangers in that game, by the way.
Yeah, Texas. Oh, Texas, the baseball. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Texas in that game, man. So I'm not really too happy because they were up. But let's get everything.
What are you doing, Arenado?
What do you need? Over 9.5?
Over 9.5.
Get the Rangers to have a 4.
Yeah, I need extra innings or a grand slam.
Yeah, we'll have the Rangers get a 4.10 in the bottom of the 10.
I'd prefer a couple from the Cardinals.
Okay, either way, as long as the Rangers win. That's all I care about. I want the Rangers.
I got a couple single game parlays with both teams over 1.5, so I wouldn't mind seeing Florida get another goal.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
No. I don't know. This makes it interesting for what's going to happen. I mean, you got to take Florida first period, right? You have to.
I think I'm just going to go right back to Vegas in Game 3. I'm just going to bet Vegas money line the rest of the series and not even cap it too much.
It's hard to, Florida early in Game 3, perhaps, but man, I mean,
that's what I mean. It's like the first.
I think they're running out of gas here.
And now they got to travel too, and it's not like that's going to rehabilitate your stamina easily either. Doing that,
nope. This is far travel between these two cities.
Yep.
Because I kept on saying on previous casts we were doing, how is Florida keeping this up? How is Florida keeping this up? Because of the way they're playing.
I remember you saying that it's not sustainable.
Over and over and over again, and then they come up against Vegas, and I think, okay, maybe they're superhuman. I should have just went with no. How are they keeping this up? So I kept on going with it, but. Yeah, I mean, look at their defense. It's old. You got the stall. Those stalls are all like ancient. The depth is not good.
One of the storylines that also fits though is, you got to lose to win, and Vegas, for the way more than Florida was there in their recent history.
Well,
And they
Florida's
lost.
happy to be there.
Yep.
Vegas is there for business.
And not only that, Vegas has been playing this team for a few years now. It's been a team. Like they've all been together for a while, right? Where Florida has just kind of been put together this year, really.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty impressive what Florida did, though, no matter what. Even if they lose this series, it's pretty impressive they made it as far as they did.
But how many times have we seen it where that 8th seed gets all the way to the finals and then gets swept, or just you don't get that
The
clash
slipper
of the
falls off of
Titans?
Cinderella's foot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
Nashville against Pittsburgh, Montreal against Tampa Bay,
Dang it, Texas.
Edmonton against Carolina way back in 2006. Cinderella 8 seeds that barely got into the playoffs, got to the Stanley Cup final, and then lost.
But wasn't Carolina and Edmonton both 8 seeds in that?
Carolina was not an 8 seed. They weren't that low, but they were
okay.
a little bit of a lower rung seed, but not that low. Edmonton was 8 seed because Carolina had home ice advantage, but definitely you could. That's been the only exception was LA against in the year they won the Stanley Cup, maybe the first year where they got in as an 8 seed and they won it. That's the only team to break the chain, if you will.
Yeah.
Really thought Henrik was going to get his cup that year.
Yep.
I think they were. I gotta look at that now. That was a Chris Pronger show for Edmonton. I mean, that was insane. That was one of the most incredible performances I've seen in the playoffs. Oh, Florida scores one. There you got one, buddy.
Did they?
6
Yeah.
did they? Let me see here.
Giving it to me.
Oh yeah, they did. Yep. In and out of the net.
So you got
Kachuk,
the
I think it's
over 1.5?
Kachuk. Yep.
Yeah.
And there's our Kachuk goal prop. Garbage time goal, but it's going to.
We'll take it.
Prop. Yeah.
Yeah. The money spends the same.
That's right. Yep.
All right.
So 6-2 Vegas, 7:15 to go, third period.
When I took no goal in regulation, I should have taken over 2.5 goals as well.
Yeah.
We said it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Bennett getting assist there, I hope. Hopefully.
It's the Seinfeld episode. Bet the opposite.
Bennett got an assist, and I'm doing really good on props today. Okay. What year was that? 2000. I should know. I'm an Oilers fan.
Needless to say, Bob's saves prop didn't hit. I didn't have it, but
no.
6 goals on 25 shots.
I've got Hill's save prop, and I need one more shot.
Oh, we're still waiting for that? Wow.
Yeah, I need one more shot.
You should be. Oh, I think you just got it.
Over 28.5 is what I need.
Yep.
Okay, I just saw 30.
Yeah, I need one. Yeah, I should be able to get it in 6 minutes, I would hope. Jeez.
That's true.
Bennett with the
Hill
assist.
saves. You're right. That's a good point. It's right around where you need to be. Yeah.
2006 finals. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to find out where Carolina was in that. So.
Look at Matthew.
Ian, I was lucky. I turned in late last night to Sports Rage and caught you. Sounded like Gabe Morency had a hell of a time getting back to whoever he was going to today. But that was a great breakdown you guys did last night.
Yeah, it was fun. Good show. We did NBA. We talked NHL. We talked football, USFL, a little CFL, a little everything last night. So it's always good on a Sunday night. Definitely.
Yeah, I was listening to the CFL leans, and you guys are going to talk more about it on Wednesday.
Yep. Wednesday night, I'll be back on him with me and Cam. Cam joins us on Wednesday nights as well. So, yeah, and CFL is getting ready to go Thursday night. Yep, looking forward to that. I don't like
all the Calgary and BC, right?
Which is a great game. Yeah, that's probably one of your higher scoring games of the week. In all honesty, because
I was thinking the same thing.
Vernon Adams looked
do you
phenomenal.
think the offense will be different without Nathan Rourke, though?
I think so, but Vernon Adams was spectacular in the preseason for the BC Lions. He was running.
Okay,
the
I haven't been
football.
watching preseason, so
Yeah, he was running the football extremely well. He was 12 for 12 throwing the football in their last preseason game. He looked like he was just on.
I think Calgary could be a sneaky team this year to win the whole thing.
I think so. I think that's a good first game. And Calgary revenge motive, too. They lost in the playoffs in the West semifinals to BC last year. So the side is tough. I lean BC, but I like the total more, quite honestly, in that game. And then the other ones, I mean,
You can always get behind CFL.
I think Winnipeg's overvalued, and they're going to take a little step back at least this year. But I don't trust my Ticats because they never play well in Winnipeg.
Ticats first half every game last year.
Exactly, and then they'd flounder in the second half. That was a big problem for them.
I learned that about like 4 weeks in, and then I blindly bet Hamilton first half spread every game. And it
Ottawa's bet on all the
went
way. I like
too.
Ottawa to be a much better team this year. With they reacted to the coaching change last year. Bob Dice took over, and they got hot down the stretch. They played good.
Yeah, I remember that. They cashed some pretty big, nice plus tickets for me.
They did. So I think they're alive against Montreal. And then the last game's a coin flip. It's tough because Edmonton's better. I think Edmonton is going to be not just a little better after the disaster last year, but maybe a lot better. But
oh yeah, they cost me plenty of money.
They're only a 1.5 point home dog.
Are they at home?
At home where they haven't won a game in like 2-3 years on their home field. Like they're on this 15-game home losing streak or something like that, Edmonton. It's really bad.
Takes on a life of itself.
How can you take them at plus 1.5 when they're on this double-digit home losing streak?
You take the money line, duh.
Yeah, I mean they're going to win a home game this year. I don't know if it'll be this week, but Saskatchewan's got issues.
Yeah,
too.
that's one way.
Maybe it is.
They're going to win a home game this year.
Yeah. And I like the way they're doing it. They've got a Thursday night game, Friday night game, Saturday night game, Sunday night.
I saw
game.
that. Yeah.
I can do one free pick video per night the night before. It's nice. It's simple.
Yep. And
LL
Sunday
Cool
games,
J coming to Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly. And Sunday games until the end of August. And then once NFL starts, that's it for the Sunday games. Not a single Sunday game again for the rest of the season for the CFL. They finally figured it the fuck out. Don't put Sunday games on in September and October and compete with the NFL. You're a moron for doing that.
Yeah. CFL got me through baseball season last year.
Yep. Hey, it gets
I
me
was
through the
way
summer.
off, by the way. Carolina was in second in the East. So I don't know what I was thinking there. I thought they were.
Yeah, that's a good point. Not the Kachuk goal prop.
me.
He got tossed after. Yeah, there you go. There's the 10-minute misconduct, which is the rest of the game. They gave him another 10. Yep.
Again?
Does
Yeah,
Kachuk
another
finish the game in the finals?
Yep.
Over under.
There it is,
0
another
for 2.
10-minute misconduct. Yep. So he's done for the night. Yep. I know why. I get why they did it, though. By the way, I do. I mean, it's at the point where it's too much shit going down right now.
He's being a pest.
Game management.
Yep.
And integrity of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yep.
You're not gonna like make a mockery of us.
That's right. Yeah. There's definitely some truth to that. Yep.
He's a dirty player, man.
Nope.
I love him though.
Well, we've all got that side to us, but yeah, it's we're seeing it.
All right, there's 2 saves needed for Aiden Hill over. I know this is a 29.5 for him. So, but obviously Bobrovsky got pulled, so that was done a long time
I
ago.
got it at 28.5. I got it at 28.5. So I just need one more goal.
One more, yep.
Shot.
So one more shot, one more save.
No
yep.
more goals.
One more shot,
Yeah.
I should say. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Did he miss the net?
He missed the net, yeah.
For the love of God.
Yeah, they got
Did you
some
have
regrouping.
oversaves too, Ian?
I don't, but I
okay.
almost bet it, but I didn't. But I know what the number is. And Lomberg's trying to get involved now, yep.
That's painful when the guy misses the net.
Yeah.
I got it super early.
People that don't bet shot on goal props have no idea what that feels like.
I don't mess
Right
with
down
props.
the middle of the ice.
I just I never have time to look at props.
You don't mess with props?
Nope.
No. I did. Ian got me into doing it. Now it's fun. I like it actually. Not do too bad. It's fun.
I'm like 25% for me. I
Yeah.
try and not go over that.
Pretty impressive though by this Vegas Golden Knights team.
Couldn't ask for anything more.
No,
Like, better than script.
lead. And we're already at a near must-win situation, pretty much for Florida now in Game 3. Yep.
11-4 cumulative score.
I see Kachuk decided to show up for the third period and do something sane for once. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he got kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he
did he?
got 10-minute misconduct after that. Yeah.
That's his
Hey, he got the
MO.
goal in. Yeah, he got the goal in, so that's good for everyone that was looking at goal props. Yeah, and now it's a lot of after the whistle stuff now, jaw jacking back and forth.
Well, I had
That's
Marcia
it.
so for multi-goal game, so I'm glad that one paid.
Yeah.
That's his MO.
Who's that,
Scored
Kachuk
a
or
bunch.
Marchessault?
Kachuk.
Yeah.
Score a goal and get 10 minutes.
Not if they have the lead. Not if they have the lead.
No, that's what I say. Like to last night or this game and last game, you were seeing Chucky, right? And that's the goofball that was in Toronto when
The dark side.
when what's his name flicked the puck at him. Like, come on, I hit my kids harder than that for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
And Kachuk
Duclair's
loses his
gone?
mind, and that's Chucky.
Yeah, Duclair 10-minute misconduct. He was hacking and whacking close
Cross
shave
check.
Barbashev
Cross
multiple
controller,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now the question is, can Maurice get them
They're off their game.
reeled back in? Can he get them back under control? And I don't think he can.
First
Yeah,
period.
he's got to rein this in, and you can't be in the box in the first period like they were and expect to, and you're fueling their momentum and you're taking away your opportunity to be competitive and be at your best, and that's a problem.
What do we think the line is for Game 3?
Florida
Over under?
No, side.
I think
Pick 'em?
Florida's plus money.
Minus 120, so we can get plus money with Vegas.
Nope.
I think I want to like plus 105 or something
I
like that.
can't. If you can get plus money for Vegas, I'd bet the house on it. But I don't.
No,
think
not
I don't think
Vegas,
you can.
Florida.
Oh, Florida. Well, yeah, right. If you Florida, plus 130, 125, somewhere in that area, right?
Yep.
But Vegas is probably going to be what, minus 140, 145, maybe even 150
On the
maybe
road,
higher.
you think you're going to be that much of a road favorite, really?
Look at what they've done so far, right? They're show me where they're afraid of Florida. Show me where they've had issues with Florida. They haven't. So how you know what I mean? So on the road, I couldn't care less if they're on the road, right? It really doesn't make a difference.
No.
I prefer Vegas
Just
on the
line by
road.
line matchup. Yeah.
Right. So
I think in Game 3 it would be around even money. They'd still make it close to even money. I think maybe Florida minus 110, minus 115. That's probably what I've got in my head for the Game 3 price.
I'm gonna when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll check the lines and see where they're at, and if they're decent, then I'll throw some early money down and kind of let everything fluctuate and then see where it is right before game time. I think that's probably the way I'm going to go at it. Excuse me.
We're down to under 3 minutes to go here. 6-2 at Vegas with shocker, another power play. As if they haven't had enough already tonight. But this is Florida. I mean, Florida can't bitch too much about the calls. Maybe the odd one, but all of this is shit that they did after the whistle and frustration.
They're earning him.
Everything I've seen, right? I have no issues with it. Like I don't, right? Every call I've seen so far has been a good call. I've actually seen a couple where they let Florida away with one. And then Florida turned around and took one, 10 seconds later. Well, you dumb fucks.
Well, I don't
done some officiating too
Florida's
before,
really sneaky with what they're doing.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No, they're being overt, right? They're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to hide the cross check or the little shit after they're just out and out doing it. So
touchdown, Vegas.
There it is. They kicked the extra point, Vegas, 7-2. Brett Howden again. Who had Brett Howden to score multiple goals tonight? Holy shit.
Nobody.
Nobody. No, exactly.
And I'm still I might not get my shot. I might not.
Oh fuck. Make a save.
I got that in Alberta plays.
Oh yeah, you
It's,
just need one itty bitty little shot here. That's it.
That's how I got that 20.5. They played. It's a great shot prop plays.
Yeah,
But,
they do have some good ones.
Oh, you found it. Yeah, nice.
Alberta plays. You have that? Yeah, they have really good. You can get lower shots on goal. You can get adjusted. It's great, but you can only play it in Alberta. I think. Can you, or can you play it all over Canada?
As far as I know, it's just supposed to be Alberta.
Yeah.
So
VPN.
Rich is playing the system.
Yeah. It's a great site. I wish more people could play it because it's really good.
Ian, I wanted to ask you when you were talking about CFL starting up the new season. Do you find live betting opportunities in games?
Oh yeah, every sport there is, CFL included. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If we have any, we'll try to post them on Twitter. Actually, if there's anything live in game that we'll be looking at for CFL. CFL, by the way, I don't think any games are on the ESPN networks at all anymore. ESPN Plus moved it all to CBS Sports Network. Yeah, CBS Sports
okay,
Network.
I can still watch them.
Yeah, CBS.
How weird was that?
They're the kings of Conference USA, AAC, Mountain West.
AAC, whoop, whoop, AAC.
Yeah, they show a ton of Sun Belt. They'll show some Sun Belt football.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, got it. Finally.
There you go. That's 28
nice.
Or 29 now. Yep.
Oh, 29 and a half got it. Hey, the normal one got it. We all got it. No, we didn't. No, 29 and a half. Still needs one more shot for those that got it.
So now what do we get? Do we get 2 days off or 1 day off in between?
2 days.
Thursday's the next game too, because of the distance.
Yeah. Live score.
When are you going to do the next cast?
If anything, it'd be Saturday, wouldn't it? That's probably going to be your last chance.
Saturday's game 3.
There we go. There's another one biting the dust with a penalty or a misconduct. Nick Cousins.
Game 3 will be Thursday, so game 4 will be Saturday. We should all have the brooms out.
Yeah, game 4 Saturday. Yep. Now this actually could be the last Betcast. Now there is a real possibility this could be it because Thursday we had to, there's just no way I could do it Thursday where we got a scheduling conflict. I didn't think there would be one, but there is. So we had to knock off the Thursday Betcast. Saturday I'm gone, so there's no way we could do it Saturday. I'm out, not at home that day. And then Monday, so Tuesday, which would be game 5.
Tuesday's the game. Yeah.
Would be our next
Tuesday if we have a game
Betcast.
5.
And we're now all of a sudden
we're not there yet.
entirely sure we'll have a game 5. I'd be still stunned if there's a sweep here, but now it's a possibility. Yeah.
Right. Because now you've got Bob. Now you got goalie Bob. It's not Bobrovsky. Right. So now all of a sudden, he might have run his course. This might be very quick and very painless as far as that goes. So we'll see what happens. Perlo, I know I've got Perlo on Twitter. Rich, do I have you on Twitter yet, buddy? Okay. I'm gonna see what my Saturday. Oh shit, no. Oh fuck, I'm on the road Saturday. I might be home in time. So if I'm home in time, I might throw something up on Twitter and just kind of do a live, have some fun with it. So if I do, I'll send you each.
I'll come on with you, Goose, for sure.
We got to fly down to Bellevue, south end of Alberta. So we're coming back Saturday afternoon. So if I'm back in time, then I'm going to look at doing something just to have some fun with it. And,
that would be fun.
We'll do some heavy drinking. So, Earl, add me on Twitter, buddy. Add me on Twitter at Calgary Goose. Right?
I just did. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And keep your eyes open. I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the know Saturday day. I'll send you a message whether or not I'm going to do something or not. So until then, everybody be safe, drive safe, play safe, live safe. And I'm out.
And I like that. Goose is going to operate a little pseudo Ice Guys Betcast even without me and Alex, which will be good. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it'll be nowhere near as good as yours, but it'll be way more fucking fun.
All right.
And I'm out. See you.
Yeah. See you. There he is.
By the way, the Vegas Golden Knights Twitter strikes again.
Yeah.
They posted after Florida scored. They said, "Cats got one," and it put a picture of Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut the lead down to 42.
Yep.
What do you? What's your Twitter, Earl? Do I have it? I don't know if I have you or not.
It's Nicholas_Earl.
Could have swore I already had it.
Yeah. All right. So you know what? What the hell's happened here? What on earth? Oh my gosh, Perlo. This is not good. I'm looking at the shots on goal counter.
No.
30. They took one away.
You got
Those
it.
mother.
They took one away. It's 28 saves now.
Oh no.
That's the old. It was going
Florida's got a power
wide,
play
probably.
for 7 seconds. You never know. It's all right. I hit every other prop almost today, so
Living on a prayer.
That's all.
It's no big deal.
That's tough. Wow. Oh yeah, face-off is going to be next to.
Living on a prayer. Yeah. I can't believe they took. Yeah, I can believe they took it away. What do you mean? I can't believe
It's
it.
pain.
They do it all the
It's
freaking
pain.
time.
Ever wonder why I don't bet props?
Yeah, but I hit a lot of props today. I did well. I did better on props than I did on my.
Oh, the point props were the good ones. The shots on goal.
Lots of points.
Some of them
Yeah.
do drive you nuts. I'm noticing that more and more often. Yeah.
I try to play as many big plus money plays now. I don't play juicy much, unless it's like.
Oh, there was a shot right before the buzzer. That might get it there.
Was there?
Yeah, that should be. Will they count it?
Yeah.
Put that thing to 31. Let's go.
It better be.
I'm looking at the NHL app. It shows 30 end of the third.
Come on.
Did they just stop counting this shit?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was before the buzzer.
Oh, it was.
Yep. So now the Score app has 31 shots against, 29 saves for Aiden Hill, which
There you
would
go.
get the job done. Yeah.
I got it.
That should
Right.
you should have it, but what does NHL.com say? But that you should have it. That last
Yeah,
shot
I
was
should
good.
have it.
Yeah.
She's just under the wire, right?
Wow.
I think Earl
Hopefully
just.
that
Oh,
does
there
it.
he is, Nicholas Earl. Yeah, follow back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we think it's
Could've
cashed.
swore I already had him.
One thing we do know is cashed is Vegas. Money line, puck line,
Vegas
anything
money
out of
line,
Vegas.
easy money. Yeah.
Game
You
five,
got
7-2, and a 2-0 series lead in the
I
Stanley
didn't
Cup
have the
final.
full game. I didn't have
Yeah,
the full
31.
game.
There it is. Yep.
Hell
It's
yeah.
official. Yep. You got it.
Good end. Good ending.
Good ending
Nice.
indeed. 7-2 and now a 2-0 series. Look, I'm to sum it up the night here as we're about to sign off. I mean, really all you can say is just Vegas looks the better team so far. No question. I think they even elevated their
better.
game a bit. I think Florida did some good things, but you can't take the penalties. You can't lose your cool and have the lack of discipline and just quite frankly be in the box as much as Florida was. And especially now when you're seeing the Vegas Golden Knights, for much of the playoffs, their power play was mediocre. Well, now they're starting to get the power play rolling, and that means it's even more important for the Florida Panthers to not take the penalties that they have. And that's obviously something that's got to be a focal point for Paul Maurice going into Game 3 on Thursday night. You just cannot be in the box this much. Obviously, with Bobrovsky getting pulled, this is not all of a sudden, his Alex Lyons series. Obviously, that's not the case.
No,
It'll go right back to Bob in Game 3 on Thursday night, and it'll be great to see what kind of response we get back on home ice for the Florida Panthers and from Bobrovsky, who's faced his first turbulence here of the Stanley Cup playoffs in a game that they'll have to win. Quite honestly, Florida, if they hope to win this series at all. Good stuff, guys. Incredible Betcast. Again, lots of fun. We'll go around the horn for some final comments, starting with you, Rich.
Well, I saw a video today on Twitter that was 12 years old, and it was Alex Burrows scoring a wraparound goal to start the overtime in Game 2, Vancouver versus Boston in the Stanley Cup Finals, and it put Vancouver up 2-0 to start the series, and that series didn't quite end the way I hoped it would. And so here we are again. This isn't Boston and this isn't Vancouver, but it is the Stanley Cup Finals. One team's up 2-0, and it might look over, but Florida's going to have a response, and let's hope they make it a series.
You're right about that. We have seen teams up 2-0 not win the Stanley Cup final. It has happened before. And you're right. Unfortunately, your Vancouver Canucks in 2011 against the Boston Bruins were one of those examples. Team up 2-0 didn't win the series. Boston went back home. They won both games at home, and then they ended up winning the series in 7. Florida could do that, but, man, they've got to change a lot of things in order to make that happen. Nick Earl, congrats on your Vegas win and up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, I'm already starting to see Vegas opening up around plus 105, even money for Game 3. I'll be probably on that. I'll probably have a post out on something tonight or tomorrow with Vegas money line, as long as the series goes. So yeah, nice seeing a one go through the hoop here. Playoffs have not been the greatest per se, but nice to see one go through the hoop here with Vegas here in game 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing openers pop up indeed for game 3, and I'm seeing Florida slight favorites, kind of like I thought, minus 120.
Yep.
Florida Panthers, even money plus 100 for
Whoa,
Vegas.
plus 127. I'm locking that in now as we speak.
Plus 127.
Vegas Golden Knights plus 118. My bad. It dropped immediately on me. Plus 118. Vegas Golden Knights money line.
Yeah, I mean, so if it's plus 127 you found on Vegas, that means that Florida's got to be up upwards of minus 140.
They opened up at 130, immediately went down. As I was clicking it in, it dropped. So 118 plus 118. I just got the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, that's hard to lay that kind of price. I mean, even in a backs against the wall, we got to have it. Desperation, urgency type of spot. You know, it was urgency for Carolina last round. They got swept. It was, you know, and there's been examples where, you know, there hasn't been that game 3, got to have it victory down 2-0. So that's a fascinating game 3, but man, I didn't expect one book to have Florida upwards of the minus 130, $1.30.
That was bet online.
Wow. Yeah, I'm seeing that right now. You're right. It did open that high. Pretty crazy. Wow. Yeah, minus 140 it opened there. Actually,
I think that gets down to I think that gets down to plus 100 before the morning comes.
Yeah, that's they're fat. I know they're pricing the situation, home ice, all that into the number on Florida there for game 3, but it's not worth that much.
No.
Against a team,
especially when other books opened it up at plus 105 and plus, like, really?
Yep.
Like Caesars opened up at plus 105.
Yep. Oh, if you're an AHL Calder Cup playoffs fan, you're following it. It's a 2-1, by the way, for the Coachella Valley Firebirds in game 6. If Coachella Valley wins tonight, they win the series and they'd face the Hershey Bears in the AHL Calder Cup final. Which, again, I mean, the NHL final might be done by the time the AHL Calder Cup finals begin. So if you're a hockey fan, there's still going to be something to watch. The ECHL finals are going on too, Kelly Cup, Florida and Idaho. So still some hockey going on in the professional ranks. Perlo.
Wait, nobody's sweating out college baseball?
Huh?
Nobody's sweating out college baseball?
No, I'm not. I wish I could say I am, but no. If someone were to give me picks for college baseball, I might bet. But even then, no, it's just there's so much other shit going on. But college baseball, you know, is growing in popularity. I will say that.
Oh yeah, I was in Charlottesville this weekend for that.
Yep. It's definitely starting to. You know, it'll never be college basketball. It'll never be college football. But it's not like it was 10 years ago where zero or hardly anybody was paying attention. Now, at least you got some people that are following it and interested in college baseball. Perlo, what do you think? Final words.
I didn't really pay attention to how much Vegas. I'm really this has been an odd playoffs. Vegas like playing this trap, like not trap, but collapse around hill against Dallas. Basically, they weren't really using their biggest strength and being their speed. They were really worried about Dallas's shots, and they were collapsing around them. And then they come up against Florida, and they're using their speed all over again. And I guess they just identified that all 4 lines, their speed they're just faster than, and Dallas, they didn't think that they could beat them totally with speed. I think that had to be it. I'm learning a lot because this has been really odd. I've been off on a few series, and I always write this stuff down. Try to remember that for the next time on like what Cassidy does here and there. I was really surprised that they collapsed around hill like that, and then came against Florida and didn't do it. Like did the exact opposite against Florida. So now we're going to see them go on the road. Maybe are they going to? Like depending, like Alex said, if Florida comes out and uses a speed that they do have really, really well, maybe they go back into that box again. And if they do, Florida may have a chance here. But if they don't, yeah, I could see definitely a sweep because Golden Knights have really shown that all 4 lines they're faster from man to man, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting series for sure. Oh, you're on mute.
it's not just a speed thing with Florida for Vegas. Vegas is fast, but Florida should have the bigger issue is not the speed for Florida. It's the physicality. It's the size. It's wearing them down. Like they're just not winning those physical battles anymore for the puck like they did against Toronto, like they did against Carolina, and even like they did against Boston. And I think it's because of that. They are all it's average height and average weight for Vegas is both bigger than Florida. Their average height more than Florida, average weight more than Florida, and it's showing. You lean on the other team and players on the other team for a course of a 7-game series, it's going to add up and it's going to wear you down. And Florida's put themselves through a lot to get to this point, and it's starting to look and feel like there's just a little more gas in that tank right now for the Vegas Golden Knights as opposed to Florida. And maybe this changes. Maybe, again, Bobrovsky turns back the clock to the last round and has a game where 40 saves and he steals one, which he could, but that might be what it's going to take, because I don't know now through 2 games if I can envision a situation where Florida is just far superior in any one game against Vegas. Vegas probably is going to carry the play again in Game 3. And that's why I say if Florida's going to win Game 3, it'll probably take a great Bobrovsky steal a game type of performance. It's going to take being disciplined and not taking penalties. It's going to take capitalizing on your chances and not letting Aiden Hill, just completely rob you left and right like he's been doing. That's what it's going to take in Game 3, because the way I see it, it's probably going to be now Vegas dictating play again, because now that's 2 strong games where we've seen Vegas kind of do that, especially as the games have gone on. They've worn out Florida, and that's what's going to have to happen for Florida. Stay out of the box, and you're going to need your goalie to be immense, I think, if you're going to win games, including Game 3 in this series. That's what it's going to take.
It was funny.
Vegas is winning the battle for the middle
both
of the
teams
ice.
were outshot in previous series, both of them. Florida against Carolina, although they lost all those games, they were actually outchanced in all those games. It was really Bobrovsky that did it. And now it seems Vegas is playing loose. I think Cassidy has a lot to do with this too. He's just an amazing coach. I love Paul Maurice, but he seems to know how to have guys be loose, yet still intense at the same time. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and it's not going to be easy for Paul Maurice to rally the troops and get him back now. But again, this
long
is
ride home.
They know they got to have this next one. There's no question, because 3-0 down against a team as good as the Vegas Golden Knights, with how they defend, with how Aiden Hill's playing, with the 4 lines of depth, with as good a 1 through 6 on the blue line as there is, there's probably not going to be coming back from that. If they lose Game 3. What a Betcast. We thank everyone for joining us. We thank Rich, Nick Earl, Perlo on the Betcast now. Everyone that joined earlier, we appreciate it. Everyone in the chat tuned into the Betcast tonight, we appreciate it as well. Hit the like button on the way out. And we're off until Thursday. Thursday will be our next Ice Guys show, 2:00 p.m. Eastern time. There's still a chance we might have 1 or 2 bonus Patreon pieces of content for our Patreon members as well. We do have a potential for a couple interviews pre-recorded that we have scheduled. So if we have those, we'll put them on the Patreon page later in the week. But other than that, we will see you on Thursday, for our next live show, and we'll get you ready for Game 3. Imperative Game 3 it will be for the Florida Panthers. Thanks to everyone in the chat, everyone on the stream tonight, and everyone that joined us earlier. We appreciate it very much. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night, the rest of it, and we will see you Thursday for another edition of the Ice Guys presented by National Hockey Now. Good night, everyone.